From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. I just Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello, Roz and Mocha.
Hey there.
Hi.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
We're good. I got a joke for you guys.
Oh,
Okay.
Here we go.
So my boyfriend found this on the dad group, and I thought since you guys are both dads,
Your boyfriend found this on your dad's what?
on a dad group on Facebook.
Oh, on a dad group.
Okay.
Okay. Go
First
ahead.
of all, what's your name?
Jen.
Jen. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, so, and I want to see if Maury can understand this one.
Okay, damn it, Maury, come on in. Jen wants to speak with you.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
How does the moon cut his hair?
How does the moon cut his hair?
Yeah.
Maury, do you have an answer?
How does the moon cut his hair?
Yeah.
On shades. No.
What?
Okay.
That
Anyway.
doesn't even make sense.
No, I'm just trying to, because the moon
Okay.
creates shade.
What is the answer? How does the moon cut his hair?
Eclipse it.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Do you get it, Maury?
I do, because the eclipse, if there's
Right,
the sun
okay.
and the moon and one's
Yes.
sort of halfway between the
You could have stopped at the eclipse.
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, did you see the story of a pigeon that sold for $1.9 million?
Sorry.
Yeah.
The music might have been too loud.
Sorry.
It sounded like you said to me that a pigeon sold for $1.9 million.
Yes, it's a racing pigeon, and it sold for $1.9 million. The 2-year-old female racing pigeon named New Kim.
New Kim?
New Kim.
Like two separate words?
Yeah, New Kim.
What happened to old Kim?
I don't know what happened to old Kim, but New Kim is $1.9 million. Now, the previous pigeon that sold for $1.4 million.
What's his name? Old Kim?
No, Armando. Okay, so Armando was previously the most expensive pigeon ever sold at $1.4 million. The auction was apparently insane, and it lasted for around a half hour with 2 bidders going back and forth and back and forth. One bidder's name was Super Duper. The other bidder's name was Hitman. And they went into a full-on, I'm telling you, man, they went into a full-on bidding war for New Kim. Super Duper was the guy that ended up buying it. Now, Super Duper also was the one who previously paid $1.4 million for Armando. So now this guy has Armando and Super Duper, has our New Kim and Armando. Okay, New Kim and Armando. Apparently, he's a very wealthy Chinese industrialist who is very much into pigeon racing. New Kim is a female.
Wants them to mate.
So listen to this clip
to make a new Kim.
But listen to this clip because it's shocking because normally the boys are worth more than the girls.
We can already say that this record price is unbelievable because this is a female. Armando was a male. Usually a male is worth more than a female because it can produce more offsprings.
So yes, it looks like you're right. It looks like the plan is to try and get Armando and New Kim to create some sort of new super pigeon.
I wonder if Hitman, the other bidder, had something to do with the disappearance of old Kim. You think?
You're maybe right.
That's a Netflix
I don't
special
know.
right
It
there.
is, yes.
The Pigeon Kings.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Alex?
Hey,
it's Roz and Mocha.
cool.
So Alex said this, Roz. I'm binge listening to the podcasts, and Roz said something about the way he eats wings that nearly made me quit listening altogether. And then I tried it. ... So Roz, over the course of 200 plus podcast episodes.
Yes.
Every now and then we talk about chicken wings. Every now and then you talk about your way of eating.
Right.
Chicken wings, which is?
Yes, which is so first of all, I cook my wings dry, right? So I don't sauce up my wings, and I like sauces on the side. I have multiple sauces on the side. And when I eat chicken wings, I eat them with a fork.
Yeah.
And I take the drum part and I hold it with my left, and then I take the fork and I jam it into the top of the drum part, rank the fork all the way down and pull off all the meat, and then soak it in all my sauces and eat it that way. And I do the same thing with the flats. Sometimes depending on how they're cooked, I'll pull the little bone out and then pull the meat off, but I still stick a fork in it and then put it in the sauce and eat it with a fork.
So you tried that, Alex?
Yes, I did.
With both types of wings or with a specific one?
You know what? I was already like 10 wings down into my meal, so I had only some drums left.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to try it with the wing, but I definitely tried it with the drum.
And?
Well, initially I thought you were the dumbest person I've ever heard of after that story.
That's harsh, man.
Yeah, and then?
I can agree on that, but it just sounded absolutely ridiculous.
Okay.
And to the point where even as I got up to get a fork to try it, I was embarrassed to the point where I had to explain to my wife what I was doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's not a good feeling when you're eating and you have to explain why you're eating something a certain way because you kind of look weird.
So then you tried it. You got the fork. You tried it.
I think Roz may be the smartest person on the face of this planet.
Thank you.
Wow. You went from...
Thank you.
You went from dumb to smart, huh?
Yeah.
Move over Elon Musk, SpaceX. Make room for Roz Weston and his fork.
Thank you.
So is this now a way that you're going to eat your chicken wings from now on?
I think it may be worth explaining it to people around me every time I eat chicken wings from this point.
Like if I ever go out for wings, right? Like if we go to Duff's or wherever, they'll bring the wings and all the sauces, and if they don't put forks on the table, I won't start eating until the server comes back and I can ask them for a fork.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I may have to do the same from this point on.
Yeah.
So, Alex, when your wife saw you doing that, did she say anything?
No, like I mentioned it as I kind of sat down with the fork before I even began because I knew it was going to come up. I already saw her looking at me. We were eating wings. There was no business for a fork to be there. So she kind of gave me a look, and I immediately explained it to her.
Okay. First of all, I don't think your wife cares nearly as much as you think she does about your wings.
Probably not.
Yeah. I don't think that you needed to explain. I think you just could have done it, and then it would have been the end of it. But you turned it into a big weird thing.
Yeah, I was self-conscious.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, Alex, thanks so much for reaching out, and thank you for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Right on,
hold
brother.
on. Dare I ask, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
As if it wasn't the same person prior to the wing incident, I think this just solidified the smartest man in the world. My favorite, Roz Weston.
Oh, my God. Thank you very much. Wouldn't it have been cool had he just said Mocha at the end of that and just crushed? Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you, guys.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
You know who Nigella Lawson is?
She is a chef, right?
Yes, she is. And Nigella Lawson became famous years ago. She's a UK sort of TV chef personality. Mm-hmm. And she became famous years ago because she was the first sort of celebrity chef that people started using the term food porn.
Oh, okay.
Because everything she did, it just came off as like wildly sexy, and people
like a little too sexy.
People weren't watching her for like the recipes or the how-tos. They were watching her because it was erotic.
Oh, okay.
And not intentionally. Like it wasn't. She wasn't like the sexy chef. It's just the way that it was.
Yeah, it's just the way she talks.
It's just the way that she talked, and so she built this empire. And she's a really, really lovely woman, and she's super talented. But I don't know whether it's COVID or I don't know what's happening or who knows, but the how-tos now on cooking shows have gotten, like, they haven't advanced. Like, they're not saying my audience is an expert from watching YouTube videos and we're all cooking at home. It's like things are going backwards now.
What do you mean?
Because Nigella's audience, she has a show called Eat, and last night she did a how-to video on her show. And it was how to butter toast.
Oh, stop it.
I'm not
That's
even
not real.
joking.
That
I'm
has to be a
not
joke.
even joking.
Nigella's joking.
Because I guess she has some technique other people don't on how to butter toast.
Okay, before we get into this.
Yes.
Before I hear what Nigella's technique is,
yes,
I want to know what your technique is, and then I'll tell you what my technique is. I assume it's the exact same.
My technique is pretty much this. Once the toast comes out of the toaster, I put some butter on it. And I do my best to cover the whole piece.
Same.
Then I cut it in a diagonal, and then I eat it.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so
now when you put the butter on the toast, when it's on the knife and you put it on the toast, are you buttering from left to right, from right to left, bottom to top, or top to bottom?
It makes no difference.
Okay. I'm just asking.
Okay, it's toast.
In case you're wondering.
It's wherever the toast falls and then starts to melt the fastest.
Okay. I go from top to bottom.
Okay, fair enough. So here's Nigella now telling you how to butter toast.
I favour the two-stage buttering approach. And so far, only stage one has taken place. And that's to say, the minute this came out of the toaster and still lovely and hot, I spread it with butter so that the butter has melted down into it and it'll give it a fabulous crumpety bite. Stage two now, ready for it. I need a little more butter and it will stay in some golden patches on the surface.
I like it.
It's unsalted butter, which I always prefer to use, but what I need to do is sprinkle some sea salt flakes over.
Okay, so her technique is she double butters. So she takes the toast out of the toaster and immediately puts butter on it and lets it melt and spreads that around. Once that's melted and spread around the toast, she gets another knife full of butter and puts that on top of the melted butter and then adds salt.
Butter on butter.
Butter on butter. Her big trick is double butter.
That sounds pretty sexy to me. I'm not going to lie.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
Celebrity birthdays today, Roz.
Oh.
Owen Wilson is 52.
Oof.
Kevin Nealon, remember him?
Yeah.
67 years old.
He's a funny guy, man.
Mr. Belding from Saved by the Bell. How old do you think he is?
Belding?
Yeah.
God, he was like balding back in the day. Belding was probably, but I think that he was probably younger playing older back then because he probably lost his hair early in life. I get that sense of bitterness. So I'm going to say Belding was late 30s then, 40s then, which would mean he's 50, 60. I'm going with Belding is 67 years old.
Close. Mr. Belding from Saved by the Bell celebrates his 70th birthday today.
70, dang, man.
Another big birthday today, celebrating his 92nd birthday.
Who's that?
Is Mickey Mouse.
Oh. Come on now.
Dan Maury cares about Mickey Mouse's birthday because he made some cold calls across the country to talk to people about Mickey Mouse's 92nd birthday. And actually find out if they knew whether or not Mickey is 92.
Okay.
And to also get some of their best Mickey Mouse impressions.
Hello?
Oh, boy, it's my birthday. I'm Mickey Mouse.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine?
Hello?
We have to celebrate.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's Mickey Mouse's 92nd birthday.
Yay!
M-I-C.
K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E.
Mickey Mouse.
Donald Duck.
I got to get your best Mickey Mouse impression.
Hi, kids.
Holy, that was good.
Wow.
Hello?
Hey, how are you? It's Maury with the Roz and Mocha Show. How's it going?
Hey, Maury.
It's Mickey Mouse's 92nd birthday.
Get out of town.
Do your best Mickey Mouse impression for me right now.
Oh, boy. It's my birthday.
Yay! Oh, my God. Has Mickey Mouse been a huge part of your life or what?
No, until today, I cannot say that he's been the biggest part of my life, but you're not too far off. Hello?
Would you believe today is Mickey Mouse's birthday?
Mm-hmm.
How old would you say Mickey Mouse is today?
When I was in grade 5, I was still watching it, so it's almost more than 50 years.
Would you believe Mickey Mouse today is 92 years old?
92?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Can you give me your best Mickey Mouse impression for me?
Oh, boy, how are you? Hello?
Are you ready to celebrate Mickey Mouse's birthday with me?
What?
M-I-C...
What, you want me to spell his name?
No, do you know the song?
M-I-C-K-E-Y, what?
And then you go M-O-U-S-E.
M-O-U-S-E.
Mickey Mouse, and then you go Donald Duck.
Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. What is going on? Yeah.
Can you give me your best Mickey Mouse impression for me right now?
No, I can't do that.
Are you embarrassed? Are you shy? Like, are all the ladies around? You're gonna embarrass yourself in front of the ladies?
I don't have a high enough voice for that.
No? Are your bros there?
No, I just don't want to do it.
No, man, I just don't want to.
Leave me alone.
Hello?
Oh my God. Are you ready to celebrate with us today?
Celebrate?
It's Mickey Mouse's birthday. M-I-C-K-E-Y.
Yep.
M-I-C-K-E-Y.
M-O-U-S-E. M-I-C-K-E-Y. M-O-U-S-E.
If I was calling Mickey Mouse and you're Mickey Mouse, how would he sound right now?
How are you?
Oh, Eric, how are you?
I'm so good. How are you today?
I'm great. Today's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Nikki.
Oh, would you sing with me?
I will sing with you anytime.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
To me.
Happy birthday, Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, this George Clooney story that appears in the new GQ is so crazy. It sounds like it could be in a movie or that it's straight out of a movie.
Which part?
A few years ago, there's this crazy rumor started by one of George Clooney's friends who said that Clooney invited 14 friends over for dinner. He was one of them. And surprised each one of them with a suitcase, which each one contained $1 million in cash.
Yeah.
And then Clooney never said anything about it. He never denied it, never admitted to it, nothing. Until now with this GQ interview. And he said that this actually happened back in 2013, right after he met his now wife, Amal. He was single at the time. He had plenty of money and wanted to thank the people who helped him get to where he was. And apparently these friends, they had loaned him money throughout the years of his career. And they helped him out. They let him sleep on their couches when he was broke, helped them, he says, in other ways over the past 35 years. He said, George Clooney said, I quote, I thought, without them, I don't have any of this. And if I get hit by a bus, they're all in the will. So why the heck am I waiting to get hit by that bus?
That's the way to do it.
But then you start to figure, okay, $14 million, you can't just walk into a TD Bank and do a withdrawal and say, hey, I want $14 million of my money.
Clooney can.
So Clooney did some research and found out that there is, as he says, an undisclosed location in downtown LA that has, and I quote, giant pallets of cash.
Yeah. We have those here.
Where?
Here. They have them.
Like all over the country, I bet.
It's like certain people are allowed access to them, right?
Yeah.
Certain people are allowed access to them. And when you do a sort of wire transfer or money transfer that's in cash, like cops use it, like RCMP uses it.
Sure.
They have access to this if they need large quantities of cash.
It's like
they have access to these places.
Like that scene in Breaking Bad. Remember the famous scene where in the storage locker there's all these piles of cash?
Yes.
And then the big guy Huel, he's just laying on it?
Yeah.
So how did George Clooney get $14 million from this secret location in LA in cash back to his place? He says he rented an old beat up van that said florist on it, drove it to this place, got into the freight elevator with the van, took it down to the vault and loaded it up with cash.
Yeah. God.
And he
It's
only
like a heist.
told,
Like how many times you got to play Danny Ocean before
Right?
you realize the irony in renting a van that reads florist on the side to go and move $14 million in cash from a secret location to your home.
George Clooney then said he divided the money into 14 packs. He didn't talk about how he handled the taxes, but this friend who originally told the story said that George told them that he covered everything beforehand.
Yeah, because with a gift like that, you have to pay some sort of capital gains on it. So it loses the sort of, the story changes when you give 14 friends $1 million each, and then they got to declare it in IRS. And like, what does that work out to? Like, some
That's
really,
the boring part.
really Clooney gave us like, he gave us like $602,000. Like, no, cover that. So realistically, that number, add another like almost $6 million to that. I'm sure, right? In just the taxes that would have had to have been paid.
Yeah.
God,
that's a lot in Nespresso commercials he's got to make over the next couple of years.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
So, did you hear the new version of the Saved by the Bell theme song?
No.
Okay. So,
I'm interested, though.
This is for the upcoming revival, and Lil Yachty redid the theme song.
Oh, no.
Do we have the original, Maury? Yeah. So, do you want to play the original?
Yes.
Okay.
It's iconic, man. It's all right. Okay, yeah, so.
Okay, and then here is the Lil Yachty redoing the Saved by the Bell theme song.
When I wake up in the morning.
No.
No? Oh,
No.
wow.
Absolutely
Just
not.
like that, huh?
Yeah, absolutely not. I'll play the full song. but
Wow.
No, I can tell you right now, absolutely not.
When I wake up in the morning, the alarm gives out a warning. I think I'll make it on time. By the time I grab my books and I give myself a look, I'm at the corner just in time. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, 'cause I'm saved by the bell.
You can't tell me you like that.
No, I don't. I think it's terrible.
It sucks
so bad. Is that real? Is that
I'm
really
sorry,
going to be
that
their
can't
song?
be. No, that's real? It's a
Is
real
it?
theme song?
I don't know.
That's dumb.
Okay, let's give it another chance here. Play it again.
When I wake up in the morning, the alarm gives out a warning. I don't think I'll ever make it on time. By the time I grab my books and I give myself a look, I'm at the corner just in time. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, 'cause I'm saved by the bell.
Like they couldn't get Zack Attack to do it?
That's so true.
What was the band name from Degrassi? What was Joey Jeremiah's band name called?
The what?
Wasn't it the Zit Remedy? Something like that.
God. I totally forgot about that.
Back, because every time you had like a high school show, like the lead guy had to have a band, right?
Right.
Zack Attack, Zit Remedy.
It made them extra cool.
It made, please.
Right?
Yes. So you're not feeling the Lil Yachty Saved by the Bell.
That is terrible.
No, huh?
There are like a handful of Lil Yachty songs that I actually like.
Yeah, I don't even know who he is.
But this one here is just atrocious.
Because to me, there's like there's not much song in it. Like there's not like they pack a lot of song into the original, right? Like play the original for me again.
Yeah,
because there's a real good. Like there's chord progressions. Like it's an actual song in that little tiny piece of music.
Yeah.
But when you listen to the Lil Yachty one, there's no song in there. Like there's no chord progressions.
No, and I don't know. This is like pretty disappointing.
When I wake up in the morning, the alarm gives out a warning. I don't think I'll ever make it on time. By the time I grab my books and I give myself a
Sorry, Sorry, I'm not going to twerk to this.
Apparently, who's the singer of this? Who's actually singing? Scott Gale. You ever heard of him?
No.
No, man. But you're not feeling this at all, huh? No. But you look angry. Are you angry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they ruined like such an iconic, great theme song.
Yeah.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So we all know our devices are listening to us, tracking us, storing information, giving it to whoever, right?
Thank God, because I forget everything.
Yesterday, a package showed up that my wife had ordered some product and was opening the box.
You make that sound like it's drugs.
And she opened up the package and was telling me about these products and said the name of it, right?
Yes.
And maybe my phone was in my pocket or something.
Sure.
But it definitely was not in my hand, and it was definitely not on.
Yeah.
And then I go onto Facebook this morning. I hadn't gone on Facebook in months. And I see like a post from somebody, and then immediately underneath that was an ad for that particular product.
Really?
And I had I'd never heard of this, the product name before.
Yeah.
I'd never searched for it before.
Yeah.
So that happened today. And Google obviously tracks everything that we do as well, especially if you use maps.
Right.
Just know this. If you are a frequent user of Google Maps, there is a section that you can go in through your own account if you do enough digging, and you could find like a map of everywhere you've been and your phone has been with you.
But does Maps have to be open in order for look at Maury's face right now?
No, absolutely not. As long as you have location services turned on your phone, right?
Okay.
You could figure out. And if someone were to ever get that information, they would be able to track, let's say, an entire day, as long as you had your device on you.
Oof.
So Google just analyzed 9 months worth of Google Maps data and found the best and worst times of the day to go to various places during the pandemic.
Okay, hold on a second here. Are you not going to tell us how to find that thing on our phone?
I can't remember.
Oh, my God. I thought that's what this was.
No.
I don't want a list of places.
I can't remember. It's somewhere in there. I'm sure I have the information stored, I don't know, somewhere.
I don't want to. Whatever you're going to say next is useless to me right now.
No,
You don't set that up and go,
because
anyway,
the reason why,
so here's where you want to do your shopping.
The reason why I found that information out was because I was listening to like a crime podcast like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And the way they were the way they found out the story of this particular suspect is they did the thing once they got his phone and got access to his phone. They went through his Google stuff and were able to track what he was doing over the course of a couple of days.
Now I need to know.
But if you are interested, because these places that Google's listing off as like best and worst times of the day during a pandemic to visit, they seem kind of obvious. Like, I don't know if you would need to analyze data to know that coffee shops are the busiest on a Saturday morning and the least busiest on a Tuesday afternoon.
True.
I don't know if you need Google to tell me that pharmacies are busiest on a Friday afternoon and the least busy on a Monday morning.
True.
Or that grocery stores are the busiest in the early afternoon on a Saturday, but the least busiest on a Monday. Or that restaurants are the busiest on Friday nights and the least busy on Tuesday afternoon.
You know, you just got a bunch of people to open Google Maps and now they're all being traced, right?
All that stuff seems like pretty obvious information. These guys aren't even listening to me.
No, I'm not. No, I'm trying to find that thing, man.
Parks are the busiest on Saturday afternoons and the least busy early morning on weekdays.
Okay, yeah, surprise, surprise.
Like,
right?
Come on,
Yeah.
really?
This was just, all this is right now, all this is just a ploy to get people to open Maps on their phone. As soon as you mention Maps and something cool, everybody just opens Maps, and now you've just, like, everybody's being followed right now. How do I find that thing? Okay, I have no business at a pharmacy right now.
Texting in and saying that.
What?
On your Google Maps, you hold down on timeline and then everything.
Timeline? Where do I find that?
Thank you for all of your texts.
Where's time? Mocha, listen, man, I'm so pissed at you right now.
What?
Because.
But now you know when you can go to a restaurant.
Tuesday afternoon, least busy.
Okay, great. Now I know that I shouldn't go to a park Wednesday at 9. Right? Like,
you're welcome.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
do you watch John Oliver at all?
Not really.
No, I used to watch John Oliver a lot.
Just like whatever pops up on YouTube now.
Yeah. So he's had this thing going on his show with Adam Driver, where I don't know exactly where it started from, but anytime he can work Adam Driver into something that he's talking about, he sees a cat that looks like Adam Driver, whatever. He works Adam Driver into it, and then he just like overly sexualizes Adam Driver and
Are
makes
they like
it
friends?
No, I don't think so, and makes it super weird about all the things that he wants Adam Driver to do to him. So this is a montage of John Oliver thirsting over Adam Driver.
And what of Adam Driver himself? Is he bothered by this continued sexualization? He seems like a fairly private guy who's generally uncomfortable with attention, making what I'm doing possibly some form of harassment. Slap a restraining order on me, you forlorn block. Beg me to stop, you menacing obstacle. Pull my heart out through my ear, you meaty oak tree.
Oh my God.
Impale my brain, you unacceptable monstrosity. I wouldn't want anyone with the coronavirus serving me my next meal, unless, of course, that person was Adam Driver, because infecting me with dessert is very much on my running list of things Adam Driver can do to me. Oh, I'm sorry. You thought I'd stop the Adam Driver bit because I'm stuck at home now? You were wrong about that. And yes, I know my wife can hear me. That's part of it. Sneeze in my McFlurry, you pensive bison. Ravage my lungs, you relentless hillock.
Okay, so this has been going on for a while now. And so last night on John Oliver was his final show of the year.
Okay.
And right before he ended, he got his FaceTime started going. And then when he answered it, it was Adam Driver.
Oh.
And so this is how that conversation
Adam
went.
Driver, can't believe you're calling.
Oh, good. Listen to me.
Yep.
What the are you doing?
Excuse me?
This bit.
Right.
This bit. This thing you've been doing that's either sexual or violent.
No, you know, I like to think of it more as a little column A, little column B.
This strange bit that for some reason you pulled me into.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Do you realize over this past year what you've asked me to do to you? Collapse on your chest. Tie your fingers in a square knot.
Yeah.
Step on your throat. Shatter your knees. Pull your heart out through your ear. What's wrong with you? You realize we're strangers, right? I don't know you. And now random people on the internet stan us, claiming that you thirsting over me is a move.
You're right, Adam. I get it. I was having some weird fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now you're what?
I'm America's naughtiest.
Sure. But more importantly, you're...
6 feet of nasty, spankable bird meat crammed into a suit?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to get you to say you're sorry.
Right.
Jesus Christ, you deeply weird, small thing.
I'm sorry, Adam. I'm truly sorry. Consider this bit over. It's done.
So the only thing more awkward than John Oliver doing that in the first place was the Adam Driver bit, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And I think that John Oliver really, like, his show, when you can't hear people laugh, it's weird.
That killed the joke right there.
Yeah, like it's weird. Like John Oliver, like I always loved it when you could hear like people laugh, right?
Sure.
And John Oliver without that stuff, like especially when he's doing the Adam Driver stuff, like it's just weird. The whole thing is weird.
Yeah, creepy almost.
And I had no idea that any of this stuff was going on. And I get like having Adam Driver on in the finale and everything else, then he comes on and plays the part and they get along and
It's supposed to be a big ha-ha.
I don't know,
and even
man.
Adam Driver's like delivery throughout this whole thing.
Well, because he's so intense, right?
Totally.
So is this how it sounds when I flirt with you all the time?
Oh, God. Worse.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hey, Rachel, it's Roz and Mocha.
Hi.
So, what do you need help with?
I need help spicing things up in the boudoir.
In the boudoir?
How old are you, Rachel?
25.
Why you talk like you're 90?
Okay. So you wrote us this. Roz and Mocha fixed my life. My fiance and I recently moved out of his parents' house where we spent the past year and a half repressed in the bedroom as we shared a wall with his parents' bedroom. Oh, God. Now that we have more privacy, I'm looking to spice things up, although my fiance is apprehensive because I'm his first and he has expressed concerns about being unable to perform. Just curious about other things we could explore together. I understand his nervousness as I have had only vanilla experiences myself, but I'm willing to try everything with him and see where that leads. How do I navigate these conversations with him without making him feel uncomfortable? Because what happens in the bedroom must be 100% mutual, as consent is sexy. And you are right about that. Okay.
So when you guys were living at his parents' place, like nothing was happening?
It was when no one was home, and it was very
They had to be
quiet.
like little mice, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I guess I got you.
Sneaking around.
So I think that the only way to have this conversation with you is to just sort of talk, and then if bleeps happen, then bleeps happen. So everybody
Okay, I
else
figured
involved,
as much.
everybody else involved
Yeah.
can sort of figure it out for their self. Okay, so a couple things here. You guys are young and you're in love, right?
Yeah, very much so.
Now, when you are together in the boudoir, do you both have fun? Like, do you both enjoy it?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Is the idea of spicing things up your idea, or is it the two of you coming to? Like, is he fine with the way things are and you're not?
He's 100% fine with the way things are. And, like, I'm okay with everything. I'm just curious.
Okay.
So
What are you curious
And I wanna-
about? And wait, before you answer that question, have you brought it up with him that you're curious about certain things?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what are those things?
Oh,
Okay, I'll say this while you figure out a way to say it. Things that work and things that don't work, okay? Things that work have to be things that both people are comfortable in. Things that will never work is if you ask somebody to do something that they're not comfortable doing, meaning something like role playing. Okay. Some people are super into role playing. Other people find it like wildly embarrassing and the least sexy thing that you could ever imagine. And they may do it to appease you, but they will hate it every single time they do it.
Wait, Rachel, you want him to like dress up like a Viking or something?
I mean...
Okay, so it's role playing is what you're into.
Okay.
I don't know. That's the
You
thing.
don't know.
I've never...
Okay, gotcha.
I want to unlock doors and see what happens. I don't know what I like. I don't know what I don't like. And it's the same for him, right?
So I would say this. One thing that can become very sexy with a couple is if you have these conversations outside of the bedroom. Is if you just sit and talk about things and don't go at it in any sort of like, I would like you to do this or I'd like you to do this. Talk about what you like and what feels good, and then get him sort of talking about the same thing. Go at it from positive angles. Talk about the positive things and how to expand on that. Now, the one thing I will say that will immediately spice up your world, okay, is if you just sort of set one rule and you don't even have to say that rule out loud, just sort of live by it. And that is, you can finish in the boudoir, you can finish in the bedroom, just don't start in the bedroom.
Okay.
All roads lead to the bedroom.
You know what I mean? Don't start.
Yeah.
Don't go to the bedroom to do this. Start somewhere else.
Right.
Start on the couch at the end of Grey's Anatomy. Start while you're putting the dishes in the dishwasher. Start while you're doing your hair in the morning. Like, start somewhere else. You can end in the bedroom, but start somewhere else.
That's really good advice.
That's what I would say. That's the first thing you can do to sort of spice things up.
The only thing that's 100% off the table is feet.
Is feet?
Feet?
Yeah, no, never feet.
Like you don't want them like touching and kissing your feet and stuff like that. Mocha hates foot stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Sure, done. No feet. Got it.
No feet. 100% no feet. Never.
All right, cool.
No feet.
We're all on the same page.
Okay,
All right,
good.
then.
All right. Now, does he really want to do foot stuff? Is that your problem?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you haven't had like an
scares me.
extensive conversation as to what he likes, what you like, what you'd like to try.
No, see, that's where I need help navigating, like how to have that conversation. And I guess I'm going to try approaching it from curiosity instead of like, I want you to do this.
Yeah. And I would say just shaking it up, shake up the optics of things, and shake up the your procedure, and shake up the time of day, and shake up where you do it, and shake up where you start. Like, you can just launch right into it. Who cares? It's your life, right? Like, there's no rules when it comes
Throw away
to
the routine.
Yeah, just build a routine around spontaneity and see where that takes you.
Okay, Okay, I think we could try that.
Because otherwise you're very young and then things become very formal. It's, you guys go to bed at the same time. You lie this way, he lies this way, and right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
so that's what I'm afraid of. Yeah.
yeah. Don't do that. But you guys got a lot of life in you. So, see what that kitchen counter has to offer.
Just no feet.
Just no feet.
Just no feet.
Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you so much for your help, guys.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Roz, are you excited? Are you nervous? What's going on?
I know. DeLuca's on the phone. Andrew DeLuca, Dr. Andrew DeLuca, Giacomo Giannioti from Grey's Anatomy. He's also partnered up with Nobis. They make awesome coats for their No Cold Shoulder campaign. We'll get into that. Also, McDreamy is back. How did he keep that a secret? And they went really deep with DeLuca last week.
Paging Dr. Andrew DeLuca. Andrew DeLuca. Dr. DeLuca, are you there?
I'm here. How you doing?
Good. We got so much to go over in a very short period of time, so we're going to get right into it. So we'll get to the coat drive in a second because I actually think that's really, really wonderful. But you, after the premiere of Grey's, when we've all been waiting forever for the show to come back on, a lot of the attention on social media was directed towards you because the light that you guys are shining on mental health and the way that they played your character and that one scene where everybody was in that room with you hit a lot of people in a lot of different ways, and the love you got from that was incredible. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, I think, we planted this seed for my character having bipolar a couple seasons ago, introducing my father character and introducing him having, very clear mental health issues. So with that father storyline, we sort of planted a seed that, maybe it could be hereditary. Maybe it was something that DeLuca was going to have to also traverse on his own. But we didn't know. And so, a couple of years later, we got to play out the storyline, which was last year's storyline where, DeLuca clearly was displaying symptoms, going through things, experiencing different mental states of mania and lows, and having everyone else who he loves and works with witness it as well, which is not fun to say the least. So because of COVID, we got shut down. We didn't get to finish last season. And so some of the scenes that you guys were seeing last week were actually from last season.
Oh, wow! Gotcha.
That we were actually managed to salvage and sort of repurpose. So you'll notice, when you watch the premiere, that there's two timelines. There's the current timeline where all of our doctors are wearing masks. We're clearly in the middle of the pandemic, and then there's the timeline before the pandemic, and that's where DeLuca is experiencing his bipolar and getting to the point where he's open enough to seek treatment and help among his friends. So it was I feel honored to be able to shed light on that.
Hey man, how did you keep McDreamy a secret?
That's a tough one.
My God, man!
If you don't zip your lips, you die. That was like a sworn to secrecy for sure. But Krista Vernoff, our showrunner, she tweeted that, a lot of the cast didn't know, a lot of the producers didn't know, some people at the network didn't know. So it was a kind of up and down the board secret that only select people, because they had to know, knew. So the fans were just going crazy last week on Twitter. So it was cool to see.
Giacomo Giannioti is on the Roz and Mocha show. Giacomo from Grey's. When you're talking about everything with McDreamy and stuff, do they keep scripts from you guys a secret? Do you only get what you're going to shoot coming up within the next couple of days, couple of weeks? Or do you get a full run of the entire season so you know what to expect?
We definitely have never gotten a full run of the entire season. We just get the, one episode at a time. The writers in the writers' room are obviously probably about, 4 or 5 episodes ahead of us. Some storylines, they might be way ahead of us, but actually written episodes, they're usually only a couple or a few ahead. So a lot of the times when they say, we can't give you any information, it's true, because they don't have it. They haven't gotten to that kind of fork in the road yet in the season. But when there's big secrets like this one, I think, for example, they were using different names in the script. I think she used a different character. So instead of Patrick Dempsey, it was like another character. So everyone was reading it thinking like, oh, she's meeting this other character on the beach. Like, interesting. Not knowing that it was really going to be, Patrick Dempsey. So
you're the face of No Cold Shoulder. You've been involved with these guys for a little bit now. Was this an easy thing for you to say yes to?
Yeah. So I started as Nobis's global ambassador in March as we released their spring line. We were at this event in New York. It was gorgeous, and I've been a longtime fan of Nobis, and Robin, the founder, is just such an amazing guy who's created a really incredible outerwear brand, but also one that has a really big part of giving back and always has. And, when I noticed that, I just knew that it was somebody I wanted to be in partnership with. And we immediately started talking about, what can we really do together to give back? And so this has been a hard year, guys, for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are. You've been affected by this year. You can't say you haven't been. And so we thought with winter coming up, it'd be a great way to just lessen a little bit of the financial burden on families. A lot of times when you hear about coat drives, you think automatically of homeless people. But really, the reality is that there's a lot of people living under the poverty line that aren't homeless, and that if they could get a couple of jackets for free for their kids, for themselves, that would help them to be able to make rent or whatever it is, or their car payment, and just, lessen that burden a bit. So we've come together. We've done the first ever virtual coat drive. You can go to nocoldshoulder.com. That's going to get you the nearest retailer to you where you can drop off your gently used coat, and you'll be given a free beanie, or toque, as we say in Canada. And, of course, any purchase you make on the nobis.com website will also, apart from getting your jacket, will give you a reusable bag where you can put your jacket in, as well as the toque to say thank you. So we're just trying to spread love, spread awareness, and help people stay warm this winter season.
You just mentioned how hard of a year this was, and that only hit harder once you started seeing all these stories of Ellen saying that she may be time to walk away from Grays. Do you see an end happening soon?
I think what our showrunner Krista Vernoff has said in the media and interviews is that it feels like the last season.
Yeah.
It has a feeling of it. I think we're all kind of definitely nearing the end, but never say never. We don't know if this is the last one. I think the powers that be want the show to go on forever, but I think every showrunner and creator needs to know also that the good time to hang up the hat when you're on a high, and so it's a tough balance. So I don't know. I think we're nearing the end. Are we definitively at the end? I don't know. I can't say.
Giacomo Giannioti, a.k.a. Dr. Andrew DeLuca from Grey's Anatomy. Thank you so much for kicking it on the Roz and Mocha Show today.
Have a great day, guys.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I'm going to play a piece of audio, and then I'm going to show you the video to go along with it. Okay. So it makes a little bit more sense, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What you're going to hear is Jingle Bells being played by somebody taking a Sharpie marker on a piece of paper and writing something out.
Okay.
And in the way this person is writing it out, it makes it sound like Jingle Bells. And in the video, what this person is writing out is like this nerdy math equation.
Oh, gee, there's a lot going on here, man.
Okay, just listen to this.
Okay.
So starts with the bells.
Okay. But he doesn't even get any notes right. Like, he's not like I thought it was going to be like squeaks and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So now, do you want to watch the video?
Yes, please.
Okay. So again, this is some nerd.
This has to make sense in some way.
Writing out a math equation on their computer.
Okay.
Or sorry, on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
With a Sharpie.
Okay.
Ready?
Me. Yeah.
So there's the bells.
Okay. I don't even know what kind of math that is, man. I don't even know if that's real math. He's just like writing lines and numbers and stuff.
Some of the comments on this video are so funny.
Are they loving it or what are they saying?
So, quote, what instrument do you play? Answer, I'll play the homework. Somebody else wrote and said, this is how math teachers celebrate on Christmas.
Okay, Maureen?
It just sucks because, like, if you wanted to actually try that, you have to know math.
Well, yeah, you could try it with other things.
Like just, what, drawing a house?
Just no, right? Yeah, draw a house. Right?
It's just in the way that you are.
It's just. Don't use that. Don't use that at all. No. No.
It's a Sharpie. That's what he used.
No. That is the biggest Sharpie that is going to go through everything that it touches.
What if I use just a regular pen?
You can try.
Okay.
You can try. All right.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know the tune? Do you know the tune of Jingle Bells?
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
All you're writing right now is jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells.
Okay, you write, and then we're going to try and
sing along?
Yeah, okay.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells.
Jingle bells, bells.
Okay, here's the problem.
Yeah.
You don't know how to sing jingle bells.
I would like to actually know what the problem
is. But you still
is.
also want to draw something. You have to be able to multitask. Like I'm trying to draw a house, but at the same time also think of jingle bells.
Okay.
So.
Jingle bells. Jingle bells.
Yeah, see?
Jingle all the way.
Yeah, but then I didn't draw anything.
No, but the point is not to draw something. It's just to come up with the tune based on how you stroke.
Here's what I think. Here's where I think that it should start. Is I think you should know what you want to draw ahead of time, and then just draw that thing to the tune of Jingle Bells.
Okay, a fish.
Well, if there's a lot of curved lines in a fish.
Okay, take two. Shopping cart.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. Shopping cart.
Shopping cart.
Shopping cart. Shopping cart. Shopping cart. Okay, yeah, this is a disaster, Maury.
But I got a great shopping cart.
I don't know what you just did. I really don't.
Nobody does.
I don't.
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Malin Akerman's going to get into a fight.
I love Malin Akerman. I've always loved Malin Akerman. The new movie is Chick Fight, and it's sort of like Girl Fight Club, like Women's Fight Club. They start this underground society of like women supporting women, but through punching each other in the face.
Yeah, and she gets a square off against Bella Thorne.
Yeah.
Malin Akerman, hello, it's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
So who in your life was a little bit nervous when you said you're going to do a movie where you might accidentally get punched in the face?
Nobody. Nobody seemed to care.
Oh, come on.
No, come on. Really?
No, I'm joking.
No one asked if it was like dangerous or anything like that?
Nope, nobody. They just, you know what I chalk that up to? Is that they trust that I'm always going to win. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
They know how tough I am.
I just can't. The amount of interviews that we've done with people who have done a fight movie at one time where they're like, "Oh my God, I almost ruined my career."
No, see, I got the moves, guys. You got to have faith in me. Come on.
And that's the thing. How much so much of this was you? Like you put in the work, right?
We did put in the work. Yeah, it was. We had amazing stunt doubles for sure. So they took the hard hits where we were like flying through the air and landing on our backs. That was not me. But definitely did as much as I possibly could. You know, I always feel like that is easier for editing and it just looks better, obviously. So we gave it our all and got a few bruises and bumps, and my knees are definitely not as strong as they used to be. But you know, it was all worth it. It was so much fun. I love this kind of physical stuff.
Yeah. How long prior to start filming this movie did you have to actually go through some actual like fight training?
2 days.
Really?
Yeah, it was a 17-day shoot. This is, you know, low budget filming, 17 days of shooting. So, you know, when we landed, we shot in Puerto Rico, and I think it was literally 2 days before we started shooting. Bella Thorne and I got together with the stunt choreographer and started going through the moves, and we filmed it all so that we could sort of practice on our own at home. And we left the big fight scene to the end of the shoot day, the last week of the shoot. So we had some time sort of on our own to go through it. And whenever we were on set, we'd go through some of the moves with the stunt choreographer, and it was on the fly, you know. That's low budget filmmaking.
Talk us through the plot real quick here, because the way I've been trying to explain it in my own head, which is it's almost a punk rock take on hashtag women supporting women. Does that make sense to you?
Sure, yeah. I mean, let's be honest. This is a popcorn entertaining film. It's not, it wasn't meant to be a commentary on society or anything. But I do love that it is, you nailed it. It's like sisterhood. It's women supporting women and lifting each other up, because a lot of times we're just portrayed as catty to one another in films and, pulling each other down. But this is so nice.
But you do it. But you do it with punching, not going shopping, which is what you get in a lot of movies, right?
And then we're friends after, Don't you ever remember that in school? You see people and they get into fights, and then afterwards they're best friends. It's just to bring people together.
When you have a movie coming out, by the way, Malin Akerman is on the Roz and Mocha Show. The new movie is Chick Fight, available on demand right now. When you do have a movie coming out, do you sit down with other people to watch the final product? Do you watch your own movies maybe alone? Do you have other people watch it and then kind of give you insight?
It depends, Lately it's been interesting, obviously, because we're in lockdown. So I've got my husband and my son. But I do enjoy watching it with him. I mean, my son's not going to watch this one, but I do like to see it at least once, and it can be with other people. I don't have to watch it on my own, but it usually only happens once as I cringe through it, and then afterwards, kind of pretend it never happened. But that's about it. Because you want to see the whole product put together, which is really fun.
And we're a couple months into the school year now. Is he at school, or are you homeschooling?
No, well, we kind of did a hybrid for ourselves here. We got together with 3 other families, so it's him and 3 other kids in a little pod, because we just needed to get him socialized a bit. He was going nuts by himself here. So we've got our pod together. We've sort of started a relationship. Like, we're committed to each other. We're loyal. We take our tests every 2 weeks, and
really,
make sure that we're being safe, just so that we can have some socialization for the kids and also some free time for me.
I guess that's the whole thing, is that everybody's like, oh my God, teachers do a lot.
A lot. I mean, I could have told you that beforehand. My best friend is a teacher, and I don't know how she does it, but yeah, they do a lot. They deserve millions of dollars a year.
And what are you guys doing for the holidays? Obviously, we can't do big giant family things. So what's the plan for you guys?
We're just hanging at home. It's just going to be the 3 of us, and we're going to just make it a really sweet sort of small Christmas. And I'm actually looking forward to it.
Yeah.
A nice calm one this year.
Chick Fight is available right now on demand everywhere. Malin Akerman, thank you so much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show today.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
COVID numbers just rising everywhere, right around the world. In Florida over the weekend, they had over 10,000 cases of COVID, and over 4,000 yesterday. Tampa Bay Lightning assistant coach had his day with the Stanley Cup, because everyone in the organization will get one day to kick it with the cup and have a celebration if you choose.
Eat cereal out of it, do all that stuff, right?
So this assistant coach threw a beach party and invited 50 people.
Yeah.
There's like no social distancing. Nobody was wearing masks, based on the pictures that I've seen that were submitted, right? And then at least 3 people, just based on the pictures, were caught drinking out of the cup.
That's what you do. That's what you do, man.
But this comes after last month, another player had the cup and was letting random fans drink out of the cup.
Listen, people are over COVID. I don't know how many times I can say that. They're over it.
I know. Look at these pictures, though.
They're over it, man.
Nice and sunny out there.
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, Florida's gorgeous, right? Look at that.
This girl down on her knees drinking out of the cup.
Oh, yeah.
Another dude just lines up. He's like, yo, me next.
Yeah. You know, I can't say that I wouldn't get in that line.
Really? No way. Come on, man. You would?
Nah, not after a Tampa Bay win. Not after a Tampa Bay win. Not after a Tampa Bay win. I'll tell you right now, though. Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Okay, if you were walking down the street, you left this building. Okay.
Okay.
And you stumbled upon, let's just say, in the world was different, and the Raptors won the NBA championship. Okay?
Or when they did 2 years ago.
No. Let's say now. Like it's happening. Let's say it's happening now.
COVID is a thing?
It's an absolute thing.
Yeah.
Okay. It's an absolute thing. And you stumble out of this building at the same time that Kyle Lowry and his whole posse are coming out of SUVs to come into this building for something. Who knows? Who knows whatever it is, right?
Okay. To party.
And there's a group of fans out front. They're like, I don't know, say 15, 20 people. Not a big group, but like 15, 20 people, right?
Okay.
Let's say half are not wearing masks. Okay. And they're all dancing and cheering and everything else.
Yeah.
And then you walk out and Kyle Lowry holds up the trophy over his head and then he kisses it and then holds it back up and the crowd goes wild. And as you're walking out, he looks at you and goes, Mocha, and you go, Kyle, and then he hands you the trophy to kiss. Do you kiss it?
I do not.
You do not.
Absolutely not.
Bull!
No, I do not kiss that trophy. Nope, I will not.
No?
Nope, absolutely not.
Would you touch it?
I wouldn't even touch it.
You wouldn't even touch it?
No, I assess the situation. I look around.
Please.
And I see all those people. And I see the people who are not wearing masks. No way, man. You know me.
You wouldn't even see anything. I know you. You wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't see anything. You would only see Kyle Lowry in the trophy.
No.
You would have no idea what's even going on.
I wouldn't. I am probably more paranoid than I should be.
Right.
In and around this time.
Anyway, I hate hypotheticals.
You're such a jackass.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
Hey, David Morey, come in here for one quick second. Sachet.
Hello, damn it, Maury.
We got some betting to do.
It's hard to walk today.
These are some hard birthdays today, fellas.
Oh, boy. Okay. Let's go.
Okay, Rachel McAdams. How old is Rachel McAdams today?
Rachel McAdams is 36 years old.
Damn it,
Now,
Maury.
don't be tricked. She speaks maturely.
Okay. So she's actually younger?
Yes.
Okay. What do you say?
36.
So
What
the
did you
same
say?
age as Mocha.
What did Mocha say?
36.
Oh, yeah, that.
Thanks for listening.
42.
Oh, wow.
I'm the same age.
Okay. RuPaul.
You're 42?
RuPaul.
Wait, hold on. Stop.
How old is RuPaul?
Roz, hold on a second.
Yes, what?
Well, I look younger, I know.
I thought he was 45. I'm sorry.
RuPaul. How old is RuPaul?
RuPaul is 47 years old.
Hey, did you see that story about RuPaul owning a big ranch in Wyoming like all the other stars do?
No.
But only he leases it for fracking? I had no idea about this, yeah.
What is fracking?
Oh, that's a whole thing more.
Okay.
RuPaul. How old is RuPaul?
Okay, you said fracking, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yes. Yes. How old is RuPaul? How old's Ru?
47.
Maury.
58.
60.
RuPaul is 60?
RuPaul is 60. Danny DeVito, the great Danny DeVito.
82.
Maury.
71.
76.
Oh.
Lorne Michaels.
Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
Lorne Michaels is 70.
70. Maury.
70.
76. Same
wow.
age as Danny DeVito. Martin Scorsese.
Wait, Danny DeVito looks way older than Lorne Michaels,
Okay,
though.
I don't know, man.
Okay, Martin Scorsese.
That happens when you get up into the 70s. You
I
get some
guess.
guys that look real good, some guys just like...
Throw it all away.
Jello, yeah.
I'm going to look fabulous, by the way, at 70.
Uh-huh. Martin Scorsese.
Oh, Martin Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese.
83.
Maury.
78.
78, right on the dot.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
He looks old as hell.
Now, here we get to the difficult one. And we thought Rachel McAdams was tough.
Yeah.
You thought RuPaul was tough.
Yeah.
You thought Danny DeVito was tough because Mocha says he looks older than 76.
I mean, he does, though.
Isaac Hansen. Isaac Hansen is the oldest brother in the Hansen family. The Hansen brothers. How old? Because you know, like there were 3 different ages, right? Like, so I think you might look at that band
I
as
thought
being...
they were twins.
No, there are 3. It's an older brother, a middle brother, and then the little brother who was the drummer.
Okay, quick math. I'm going to say oldest Hansen is 41 years old.
Maury.
37.
37. 40.
Oh, close.
So close. So close. Wow, there's a Hansen that's 40 years old.
Also, how old does that make you feel?
No, I never knew how old that oldest brother was.
Yeah. No, but you remember when the Bop video came out, they all looked like children.
I know, but it was one of those kid bands where like the good looking middle kid, looked kind of young. And then the little brother was the drummer. You could tell that he was a child.
People only paid attention to those two anyway.
Right. And then so the older brother was just like, I didn't know whether he was like 10 years older than them. I didn't know whether he was like 4 years old.
And this guy has children, too.
I never knew how old Isaac was.
Why is that so shocking?
Yeah,
No,
he's
because
40.
I remember them as little kids.
Maury, I think that the Hanson brothers have I think they have 11 children between them.
What?
Yeah. Hold on here. Hanson brothers
children.
Yeah, man, they got a lot of kids between them. Hold on here. Give me 1 second. 13 kids between them.
Wow.
3 brothers, 13 kids.
Wow.
And you think those kids, they know that their dad was an bop guy, right?
You would assume, because that's what pays for everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello, Fabian.
What's going on, guys?
How are you, buddy?
I'm good. How about you guys?
Good, man.
So I'm on day 5 on the reversal spray of Raza Mocha strain. Yes,
So
sir.
Fabian is a farmer, and he's decided to make a Razamoka strain of weed, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what does reverse spraying mean? Because that sounds like what the feral cats do to my back window.
So right now, I got a female plant, and I'm spraying a branch with silver and distilled water, and it's supposed to reverse the plant from a female to a male and create pollen sacs, so I could be able to use that pollen on the other plants to create the Raza Mocha strain.
Oh, wow. You get a whole
So is
family
this
now.
one of the Roz and or Mocha weed plants? Oh, so which is a female that you're trying to turn to a dude?
I don't know which one I'm going to pick as Raza or Mocha, but it's just Scotty. I was more lean to the Mocha with that because I know he's brown, but inside he's Italian. You know what I mean? with all the pomodori this guy makes and everything like that, he's basically Italian.
Yeah, I know. So how is it going, though? Are you happy with the progress so far?
So far, I'm actually happy. The one that I'm reversing is very happy, so that's good. I just got to wait to introduce the other 2 plants Wednesday, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh, introduced for the first time.
Yeah, this is my first time. I told you, my first strain was going to be for you guys, man.
Right.
I'm going to do it big.
I know it's weed and all, but maybe you should get them a little drunk before you introduce them. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking the same thing, you know what I mean? But hey,
what?
A lot of people are messaging me online, right, about this.
Yeah.
So there was one person in particular. She messaged me. She wants to get I'm answering a lot of people's help, but any of the listeners that want to grow and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a giveaway for a grow tent, a complete kit. They get lights.
We can't do that here, man.
Fabian, yeah.
No, I'm doing it.
I know. Okay. For God's sake.
Yo, every time you're on our show, you get DMs like crazy, huh?
I get DMs no matter what, man.
Yeah.
Everybody, when they hear your podcasts, whatever, man, I get DMs, I get followers and everything.
Okay, so
you know.
Okay, so what's your ad handle again?
It's Family Trees 19.
Right.
FAMILYTREES 19.
Right, and you can go on there and check out all the pictures of your progress and everything else, right?
Everything. And then I'm going to try to find a way where I could, I can handpick out the listeners because I don't want fakes coming to me saying, "Oh, I listen to Raza Mocha. What is that?"
This guy.
I don't want to give anything to fakes. Anybody that's real that listens to you guys, I'm hands down ready to give anything they want for free. You know what I mean? The seeds, the weed, whatever.
When are you going to come and hotbox with Maury? I guess when COVID's over, huh?
Man, I've been getting so many DMs about that episode. They're like, "Yo, how come you didn't call? So I'm letting you guys know, challenge accepted. When Maury's ready to get lit, I'll be there, eh?
What's that, Maury?
I'll get that guy lit.
You what, Maury? You're ready. Maury's ready. No, but we got to wait for COVID to be away. You can't go put you in a van with
That's true, too. Okay, so Maury has my
loosen
number.
up your
Tell Maury
inhibitions.
when he's ready to text me, and I'll come.
Okay, cool. We'll set all that up. Yeah.
All right, Fabian, you know we got love for you, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. The love's right back at you guys.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I know we've been hearing about Ryan Reynolds' new movie, Free Guy, for a little bit. Trailer for it looks awesome, and they pushed back the release date. But he's got another movie coming out next week called Croods. New Age. It's a sequel to the animated first Croods movie. He voices the character simply named Guy. And we all know that Ryan Reynolds put out a tweet informing fans of Alex Trebek after Alex passed away that Alex would film the cameo for the movie Free Guy.
Yeah.
And it was filmed last year. And in the tweet, Ryan Reynolds said he was gracious and funny in addition to being curious, stalwart, generous, reassuring, and of course, Canadian. We love you, Alex, and always will. So yesterday on Extra, Ryan Reynolds was promoting the new Cruise movie and was asked about his last conversation he had with Alex Trebek, because apparently there was one.
It's one of those sort of things that it forces you to look around a little bit and see the people and the faces that are in our lives every day, and really to remember not to take them for granted, because, you know, I was talking with Alex on the phone 2 months ago. You know, and that was amazing. Just that, you know, all of it's just like that. He's gone, you know, so it really, it was a conversation about one of the shows he had coming up. I've been on the show a number of times, and he was asking me about perhaps coming on again. And I was shooting in Atlanta and I was unable to do it, but I did get to speak with him, which is always a privilege and a pleasure, because, you know, when you're speaking with people like that you grew up watching, and suddenly you're talking to them on the phone, you know, you start to reflect, you know, so you just never know. It's like, you know, tomorrow is not a given, and, you know, hug them tight, the people in your life. And it's, it was really, really shocking and sad. And I, you know, obviously he was sick, and, you know, it wasn't totally wildly unexpected, but it's still heartbreaking nonetheless. It's absolutely, you know, gut wrenching.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's Ryan Reynolds talking to Extra about Alex Trebek.
That's sweet, man.
Right?
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Yo, Friday's going to be like 15 degrees.
See, that's what I'm saying, man.
So there you go. Thursday.
I got no problems.
Thursday is 11 degrees. What else is going on? Tomorrow, 3?
I still laugh every time you say Jersey.
Why?
I don't know. It's funny to me.
But Thursday is
like,
Jersey.
It's like you're like the last holdout for.
What are you talking about? There's a new season starting on Thursday night.
Okay, that show, it at least admitted that show should have been done years and years ago.
No.
What do they even do now? What do they do on that show?
They still hang out and stuff. I'm partying.
What's that, Maury?
Some of them are parents.
Snooki's not even on it. Is the Sitch
She'll
on
be back. Yeah, of course he is.
Okay, is Danny on it?
Who's Danny?
I don't know.
No Danny?
What's the guy's name then?
Who, Ronnie?
No.
Ron, stop.
No, the other guy. The other guy.
Pauly D.
Pauly D, yeah. Danny D.
No.
Yeah. Stevie B. I don't know.
Yeah, they're all still there.
They're all still there?
Jay Wow. Snooki's not on it. I think she'll show up. I think that's part of the show, though.
Yeah.
I think she'll be there later in the season.
But once they stop like partying and fist bumping, and is it fist bumping or fist pumping?
Pumping.
Thank you. But once they stopped all the shenanigans, the show, like, what's left? Like, you want to watch them just live normal lives?
They
Like,
come
that's
up
interesting
with new
to you?
shenanigans.
Like what, though?
Like Pauly D and Vinny are still funny as hell.
I know, but what do they have them doing, though? Like, what are they doing?
Well,
going for like physicals and stuff?
Last
Like,
we
they're
left
getting old.
off,
Getting their liver
Angelina got
enzymes
married.
checked? Yeah.
And then JWoww, Snooki, and Dina,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Diener,
Yeah.
gave what they thought was an inappropriate speech at the wedding.
Oh, my God. Okay, so
then they all got into a fight.
Okay.
And then Angelina was just like super pissed.
All just the manufactured crap from reality shows,
And
right?
then we'll see what happens.
Oh, will
when
we
Family
now?
Vacation picks up again.
Here we go. Here we
Yeah.
go.
And some of it, I believe, was filmed during quarantine as well.
But why do you want to watch that, though? Why do you want to spend minutes of your life watching those guys? Like, what do you get out of it, honestly?
I mean, I don't really watch the show a lot.
But man, it's 2 days away and you're already mentioning it.
Just in case there's people out there who still watch the show.
Oh, this is for other people.
This is to inform.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I may PVR
I'm so
it,
sorry. I
and
thought
then
that you
may get around to watching it.
When you PVR it, you spend what time on the weekend watching this?
On Friday nights.
On Friday night.
Yeah, on the weekend, whenever I get around to it.
You put the boy to bed, you get a drink and everything else, and like that's like your thing, right?
Bag of chips.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I get around to it.
Anyway, so what time is it on Thursday?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Check your local listing. Or follow me on Twitter.
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show Podcast.
Podcast.
You see yesterday, everyone freaking out on Twitter over the terribly looking Christmas tree going up at Rockefeller Center in New York?
No, what happened?
Did you see this
People
tree?
aren't happy about the tree?
No.
Oh, that makes me sad.
Did you not see the picture or the video?
No.
Here's a video that was circulating yesterday. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So they pull it off of a flatbed truck. It's
like a normal tree, no?
Wait till all the branches start opening up.
Oh, it's very sparse. It's very sparse.
Very sad looking.
Oh, it's sad. Yeah.
And then-
you throw some lights on that
and then
bugger. It'll look great.
Other people were like coming to the tree's defense, being like, yo, like all the branches haven't fallen into place just yet.
Oh,
over time, it looks terrible, right?
Yeah, it's
over
not
time,
good.
like over a couple of days, like they're going to put like scaffolding up. They've already started, as you can tell.
Yeah, you got to go to Michael's and get those extra branches.
Yeah, they're going to fill it with branches.
Yeah.
Fill in the branches.
Yeah.
But everyone was like, there's no way that this could be the real tree. It's like so iconic that a tree goes there at Rockefeller Center.
Maybe they cut a few costs because they know that during the pandemic, not as many people are going to be able to come down and see it.
So they're just like, whatever.
Yeah,
just get us a whatever tree.
Don't give us the top
tree
tier. Give us like medium tier tree. Nobody's going to notice.
Yeah.
There's
You want everybody to notice.
Oh, it's so sad.
It's like a true representation of 2020 to have a tree looking like that. Maybe it was intentional.
I know. See, we have a fake tree. I've always had a fake tree at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just does what it does. But all my lights burn out, and I got to like add supplemental lights to the tree and all this other garbage.
Yeah, we have a fake tree.
Yeah.
What happened?
Why don't they do that at Rockefeller? Just have a fake tree.
Hold on, what's your microphone not working?
I don't know. You can't have a fake tree at Rockefeller. It's tradition. I get that. You could do the whole cutting down, and then they give you the history of the tree and like what little farm it came from and everything else.
You know what they do with it after?
Nobody can hear you more. Your mics aren't working.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
They're unplugged. Why is it unplugged? That microphone is they're unplugged. Why are they unplugged?
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. Why are they unplugged?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted
Who
to
the
say.
hell unplugs the microphones in a radio studio?
I don't know.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Why would anybody do
It's
that?
the same person who picked out the Rockefeller
Exactly.
tree.
We got microphones like they got trees. Like, what the hell's going on? No, it's a sad tree though.
I know.
It's I feel bad for the guy because they always make a big deal about who the tree farmer was and like where they got it from, and they put his name in the paper and everything else.
And sometimes they get these trees from tree farms like up here in Canada.
know.
I guess maybe because the borders are closed, you're not allowed. But I don't know.
I was
where
just
this
saying
tree
the
came
cool
from.
thing is afterwards they take the tree, they cut it up, they stamp it with the year on it, and they turn it into wood and build houses.
They turn it into wood.
Like planks for habitat for humanity.
The cool thing is they take the tree, and when they're done with it, they turn it into wood.
You know what? Just unplug your microphone again, bro.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Hey, can you put on some slow jams so we can do sexy birthdays?
Oh. Hell yeah.
Come on in, Maury. Don't run in. I need you to sashay. I said sashay, Maury. You don't know what a sashay is? What do you think a sashay looks like?
I know it. I watch RuPaul. I know what sashay
What do you think a sashay looks like? Why don't you
it's
sashay?
swaying your hips left to right with your arms going the opposite direction.
While Mocha finds a nice, sexy song, why don't you sashay for me? Let me see if all this training's paid off that I've invested in. That's what we do right there. Oh, hand on hip and everything, huh?
Hell
Do you
yeah.
ever walk like that in real life?
All the time.
Do you? Doing what?
Usually from couch to kitchen.
Same girl, same. Do you and Matthew ever do that at home, though? You ever like...
Yeah, because there's a runner carpet, so we use that as our runway.
You do?
So if there's often times where there's a commercial break and I have to pee, I'll sashay to the bathroom.
Nice. See, I can't do that. That takes too much time. No.
What do you mean?
Every pee I have
Swinging your arms?
What's that? No. It's just I have to... I would do it everywhere else but the bathroom. Going to the bathroom. Because it's always a pee emergency. I always wait so long to go...
You run?
I always wait so long to go pee that I have to like speed walk. No, I look like a speed walker.
Oh.
My butt goes back and forth.
Do you hold
but
like the tip of your penis, like what my son does sometimes?
No, I don't pinch the tip.
Right?
No, I'm not five.
I have to pee.
Yeah,
and then I'll be like, okay, dude, let's go.
I don't know.
Run.
I don't know if that works for adults. I don't know if it does, because when kids wait, it's literally right at the end. Like the only thing stopping urine from spraying all over your kitchen and dinner is pinching the tip.
My dad told me not to hold it that way because if you hold it that way, it'll come out the other end.
Excuse me. Your father, the way he raised you explains so
It's like
much.
if you hold that,
every
it's
now
gonna
and
come out
then,
the butt.
every now and then, when we hear these stories of how your dad raised you, it just explains so much. And then nobody ever told you different, right?
No,
like
so
you're
now I
probably
assume it's gonna come out the
you're
butt.
probably just realizing now that that's not possible. Anyway, sexy birthdays.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
don't even worry about it. Calvin Klein. How old is Calvin Klein today?
Yo, Calvin Klein is a real person?
Excuse me?
Obvi.
Maury's going to sashay right out of here.
I thought Calvin Klein was just a brand.
What do you mean?
I didn't know that was a real person.
You don't think Calvin Klein's a real guy?
No.
Really?
I thought it was just a brand.
Of what?
Like, it was just a name that they made up.
Like somebody just made up the name Calvin Klein?
Yeah.
Like they made up...
Just the name.
But like...
To give a brand.
Who else does that, though?
I don't know.
Google image Calvin Klein, you'll see a man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
No, yeah.
Well,
no, if you Google image Calvin Klein, you're going to see a bunch of shirtless guys in their underpants.
No, exactly.
Yeah, you're going to see Marky
Okay,
Mark.
so the guy,
Yes.
then, I guess, he's a guy.
No, he is a guy. Don't, I
Calvin
guess
Klein.
he's a guy. He definitely is a guy. And we're doing it sexy, so shush.
Oh, 80,
Okay?
83 years old.
Like, tone it down a little bit, man.
Okay,
Tone it
okay.
down. Hold
I
on.
was going to say, don't forget in Back to the Future when he went back to 1955.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
I'm going to say 83 years old. 83.
83. Maury, damn it, Maury, what do you say?
76.
78 years old.
Oh, yeah?
Meg Ryan. How old is Meg Ryan today?
55.
Maury.
60.
59. Jodie Foster. Difficult one.
What was she in again?
Difficult one. It's always difficult when these actors started when they were like 10. Jodie Foster, Silence of the Lambs.
What did she do when she was 10?
Jodie Foster is 53 years old.
Maury.
70.
So,
You think Jodie
here
Foster
we
is
go.
70?
Okay. This is what I said. It's difficult.
No way. She started when she was 10.
It's difficult when these actors start out when they're real young. Jodie Foster is 58 years old today.
There you go.
Now,
So not 70.
now, guys, if you don't make this sexy, I'm going to be very upset with both of you.
Okay.
How old today is Adam Driver? A.K.A. Kylo Ren, A.K.A. Ben Solo. How old is Adam Driver? Tough call.
36 years old.
Oh,
Adam Driver's 36.
Damn it, Maury. How old is Adam? What's that?
29.
Oh, here we go. Another great divide. Maury, why you say 29?
Because he's too young to be older.
I'm going to hold on to that one until it comes out my butt. Adam Driver is 37 years old today.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
I was on a conference call yesterday with somebody in Saskatchewan.
Oh, they got a lot of snow, right?
Yeah. Like, to the point of where you got to drive different ways to go and do things because of the...
What do you mean?
You got, because like sometimes the snow plows haven't done streets. Like they had so much snow that like there's some streets you can't even drive down.
Not even Waze can help you out.
No.
Right?
No, I know. I'm fine with it. I'm fine. I'm ready for winter though. Yeah. I'm like mentally. Because sometimes, you know, when you get hit with snow and you're just not there yet in your head, and then there's nothing you can do,
Like
and
last
then you
week
just got to
or 2
kind of
weeks
roll
ago,
with it.
Like on a Monday, we got snow. Like out of nowhere.
Yeah, but that was nothing though. Like
you mean like a big dump?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm never ready. I'm never ready for that first big dump when it comes at a time when I'm not expecting it kind of thing. But now I'm good. Like I'm good. We've had like a real great November.
Oh, fantastic.
And the weather's been good. It's going to be 15 on Friday. Like it could snow like crazy on Monday and I'd be cool with it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd be cool with it.
Yeah.
I don't like when you go from one of those days where it's like 16 degrees at the beginning of whatever and then it snows like crazy the next day and you're like, no, where's my boots? I don't even have gloves ready.
I didn't even bring the winter jacket out yet.
No, nothing. I just got a scraper for my car.
Did you?
Yeah.
Only now?
Yeah, because I don't know where the other one went.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, how do you lose a scraper?
Did you take it out of the truck? Like
I don't know. I don't know.
Did you leave it at the cottage?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Because the only way it would like leave your vehicle is if you physically took it out of your vehicle and put it like in the garage or put it in storage somewhere.
I know, and I told Catherine, I'm like, I don't know where my scraper is. She goes, did you lend it to somebody? And I go, who would have asked to borrow my scraper between March and now?
Say I've never loaned a scraper to somebody.
In the summer. like I had my scraper last year.
I got some scraping business. Can I borrow yours?
Yeah, like what else would you use that for? Like I was trying to think, like maybe did I use it for something? Like I needed to like brush something and I was lazy. Like I needed to sweep something up and I was lazy and I just grabbed it out of the truck and swept up the deck with the bottom part of it and I left it outside or something. Like I don't know. Like I don't know what it's blue. Like it's bright blue.
Yeah.
And it's huge. Like it's not even like a retractable one. Like it's massive. It's the size of my leg.
I have 5 in my car. I've never used any of them.
You have 5 scrapers?
I've never used any of them.
Why do you have 5 scrapers?
My dad gave me one in my stocking. My new mom gave me one.
Stocking?
Yeah.
Just like a little hand, hand scraper? Yeah.
My new mom gave me one in my stocking one year. Matthew got me one once. I have all these. I've never used them.
But you never park outside.
That's the thing.
You
They're
go
all in
from
the trunk. I never use
So
them.
why do they give them to you if they know that you don't park
Because
outside?
I have a car. That's what you're supposed to have in your car.
Oh.
5 scrapers? Is that what you? I didn't get that part of the test. I didn't. But anyway, so I had to get a new scraper. But I'm ready. Like
you want one? I have 5.
Exactly.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
You know, I'm like the biggest fan of The Rock. Been following his career since his wrestling days, right?
I know that, yeah.
And even bigger fan post-wrestling of his movies and just his comedy, and especially because of how nice of a guy he is. Always trying his best to give back to the community, give back to people, give back especially to kids. Number 2 on my list of guys that I am a huge fan of because of that give back is now Jason Momoa.
Yeah, he's all right, huh?
Jason Momoa is filming season 2 of C in Toronto. And a lot of footage every now and then pops up of people either taking pictures with him or he stopping to take pictures with people or allowing them to film him like eating a hamburger or going record shopping. And he's real cool about it too, right? And there's a new video that came out where he's FaceTiming with a fan. And it looks like Jason Momoa is just like in a room. He's like working on his motorcycle or something. There's like motorcycle pieces everywhere. And he just stops and he's FaceTiming with a fan. And it's a 7-year-old kid from Wisconsin. His name's Danny Sheehan. And he has cancer and has been going through treatment for the past 3 years. Like rigorous treatment too.
Yeah.
And he's a huge fan of Aquaman. And his folks released a video of Danny receiving a gift, an Aquaman action figure. So I'm going to play that for you first, and then I'm going to play for you the conversation that took place between Jason Momoa and 7-year-old Danny.
Oh my gosh, my favorite one! Aquaman! I love Aquaman!
Because in the video, in the FaceTime conversation, Danny then holds up the Aquaman figure to show Jason Momoa. And this is that interaction.
Hi, Aquaman!
Hi, beautiful boy. Hi.
I'm so excited.
Oh,
So excited.
you are so beautiful. I'm excited. I've been hearing about you all over from all my friends, and I wanted to call you and say hi and see how you're doing.
I'm doing good. And can I tell you something very important?
Yeah.
I love dolphins.
You love dolphins? Have you ever rode on a dolphin?
No, I never have. And I never seen one before.
You never seen one before either? Well, we got to make that happen. That'd be fun.
Can I show you something?
Heck yeah.
And then he holds up the doll, the action figure.
You got a little whale on your shirt, too. I've been riding on dolphins, and it's super fun. We should try that sometime.
Did you hear that? He's riding the dolphins? I did. What about the sharks? What's about your
Would you ever swim with sharks with me?
And can I tell you something very important?
But Jason Momoa, he's like one of the, I have like almost tears in my eyes right now just because of the genuine nature of that phone call, that FaceTime, that conversation that Jason Momoa literally took 60 seconds out of his day to make that kid's entire life.
And let's not forget the Jason Momoa's probably greatest achievement, which is he was able to do something that nobody has been able to do, whether it be writers or artists or actors or anyone. Jason Momoa made Aquaman somebody's favorite superhero.
I know. People used to diss Aquaman before Jason Momoa.
Aquaman has never been anyone's favorite superhero until Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
And Aquaman's been around for a very long time.
Oh, absolutely.
Nobody has ever liked Aquaman.
Yeah.
And now kids cry when they get Aquaman toys.
I know. So,
that's all him.
Jason Momoa, thank you for everything that you do and for making little Danny's entire day. I love that video.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Hi, Melanie.
Hi.
Hi, it's Roz and Mocha.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Good. How are you? Happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you.
You have a second to chat? I know you got a baby in the house and everything, but this will be real quick.
Yeah, no problem.
So Melanie sent this to us, Roz. My husband and I absolutely love your show. We are huge fans. We play your podcast as we cook dinner, drive, and even before bed. Our lives have completely changed on March 19th when we welcomed our first child.
Yeah.
One day before the city issued a lockdown.
God.
Quarantine with a newborn as first-time parents was challenging to say the least, but listening to you guys every day brought a sense of normality into our hectic lives. It's my husband and I's 5th wedding anniversary. We weren't able to do much to celebrate due to the current global circumstances, so a call from you would mean the world. So, Melanie, happy anniversary.
Thank you so much.
How is the baby?
She's great. Yeah, she's sleeping right now, which is wonderful.
What has life been like? Because having to go through all of that all at once, I imagine that there's nobody that can even relate to it.
Like, it was unexpected. She wasn't due for another 2 weeks. So she came pretty early, but it was as if she knew she had to come early because there were really strict restrictions in the hospital. So my husband wouldn't have been able to be with me. So it was hectic to say the least, but it was a beautiful moment. Like, looking back now, I wouldn't, change it for the world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so when you had the baby the day before the lockdown, were you then having to stay in the hospital, or did they kind of get you out so you can be at home with your husband, with your family?
Yeah. So the day before, I had to stay in hospital for one night, and my husband was luckily able to stay with me. I think it was the next day, the following day in the morning, there was already talk in the hospital that they're going to start shutting things down a little bit more. So they were trying to get us out as soon as possible. God. So they were trying to get us to, book that first appointment with the family physician as soon as possible. So that way we can get out before my husband would have to leave and I would have to stay. So luckily we got everything done on time. My daughter got all of her checkups before she was able to get released. So we were able to leave as a family, thankfully. So.
And what about the excitement from your family, or your in-laws? Were people able to come and see the baby? I guess not, right? Not for a while?
No, not for at least a few months. We were able to do kind of a drive-by window type thing. So we would drive to people's houses and keep the windows up.
Like old school when they used to keep babies in that room. When you'd everybody have to go look through the glass, right?
Find the name.
Yeah.
And what's it like? How are you finding being first-time parents?
It's awesome. It's tiring.
Yeah.
Like crazy, but it's so worth every single minute. And I just can't believe it's been 8 months, and looking back, it's wow, where has that time gone, So I'm just trying to take in every moment with her, even those nights where you're oh my gosh, just go to sleep,
I know. But guess what?
Yeah.
There's going to come a point where she is sleeping and you're my wife said this the other night. She was to Cruz before we put him down. He's 3 now. And she's oh, I wish just for one night we could have just sitting in a chair with him, holding him in my arms the way he was when he was a baby. Is there anything as first time parents that surprised you that nobody told you about or that you weren't expecting?
Oh my goodness. I'm sure there was, but maybe just how often a baby wakes up throughout the night. I didn't know it was every 2 hours she would be up and
they're jerks.
Just,
yeah, they don't care.
They don't care. They're total jerks.
Melanie, it was wonderful speaking with you. Thank you very much for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show. Congratulations on the baby and happy 5th wedding anniversary.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys.
Hey, Melanie, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Oh, goodness. My husband and I always talk about this, and I'm sorry, but it has to be, well, I think it's Mocha, but like Roz, you give awesome advice all the time, like fix my life, like everything like that. You're awesome, but I think just slightly, I think it's Mocha.
Great.
Just laugh.
Thanks.
You almost had the win, bro.
No,
Almost.
I know. That's great.
Love you lots, Melanie.
Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
A lot of people doing a lot of things to get around COVID rules.
Uh-oh.
And this may be one of them, sort of like, I guess creative, but wildly unrelatable. So the story is that they were shooting Matrix 4 in Germany. And they held a party that was nicknamed Ice Cream Team Event. Had a DJ, pyrotechnics, an area where people could get like Matrix-themed tattoos, everything, right?
Okay.
And it was a party for cast and crew, including Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
It's 200 people.
Oh, my God. You can't do that? That's not allowed?
But here's the thing, is the producers insisted that this party was a scene from the movie.
Oh, so did they have to set up cameras and stuff?
People
and
were
lights?
told to come dressed as Matrix extras. They showed up in masks, and then everybody just whipped their masks off when they were inside the party.
But it was all just for the sake of throwing a party.
It was a party.
But they were told?
They told authorities when word started to get out that they threw a party for 200 people, because in this part of Germany, just west of Berlin, 50 people is the max that you're allowed to have.
Well, they had 150 too many.
At any one gathering. So according to reports, the party happened at the studio, where the limit was 50 people, but anything that is over that, you need to register. And guests at the party told a German tabloid that the party was just a party. like it wasn't.
Snitches.
Yeah. Like it wasn't for the movie.
Yeah, it wasn't an extra scene.
The studio says their defense is that they were filming a, quote, celebration scene for the movie.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Oh, I can't wait to see this party scene in Matrix 4.
Thank you. So now I'm saying, okay, if there's not a party scene in Matrix 4 where people are getting Matrix tattoos.
Yeah. Welcome to the Matrix, y'all.
Right?
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
News time, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did you almost fall off your chair just then?
I went
what
to
happened over there?
I went to stand and I just slipped off the chair. Sorry. I'm ready now.
That's the breaking news. Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Sit your ass down. Let's do the news.
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
Brand new show coming to, I believe, ABC. That is going to star Alec Baldwin and Kelsey Grammer.
Oh, no.
Are you interested in that at all? It's going to be going to be produced by the co-creator of Modern Family, Chris Lloyd, and I guess it's Alec Baldwin and Kelsey Grammer, who they were roommates in their 20s, but their egos drove them apart, and now they reunite all these decades later for one more run at the lives they've always wanted. Is the sort of
like Wild Hogs?
Yeah, I guess like Wild Hogs.
They can get on motorcycles and like do a cross country trip.
I don't know, but it's interesting because Alec Baldwin is very much left Democratic, and Kelsey Grammer is very much right conservative. And so the two of them are going to do a show together. And I don't know how political the show is going to get, but those
you
are
never
those.
think that
those
those
are the
two
two guys in real life
would mix, right?
Well, no, yeah, we did. We lived that way forever with those two worlds mixing. Always.
Alec Baldwin? No. Sorry. I mean the two actors, Alec Baldwin and Kelsey Grammer. I don't mean they're political stance.
Yeah, but I think that they may play well together, and I think that that's what network
in and around the same age,
and
right?
network TV is very difficult. Like you have to put big stars on, and Kelsey Grammer comes with years of successful television for an older audience.
Yeah.
Like that's a massive audience that they're going to grab for the show if it works. I mean, if it's terrible, it's terrible. But Kelsey Grammer and Alec Baldwin, like that is the recipe for absolute success. If you
I don't
ask
know,
me.
man.
Wild Hogs. I'm telling you.
I'm calling
you know
it.
what?
I don't think that show's going to last a season.
You don't think so?
Like past one season.
Oh,
no.
Okay. That's a bold statement.
Yeah.
That's a really bold
Sorry,
statement.
I like them.
Yeah.
They're nice guys, but
All right. The Bachelor on tonight, Bachelorette on tonight. Now, according to a new survey, we all know that The Bachelor's main fan base is women, right? 70% women, 23% are men who watch the show. The majority of their viewers are white. We all know that. About 12% are Hispanic and
And one brown guy, that's me.
7% are black. And one brown guy, that's you. Correctamundo. But when it comes to the ages, this may shock you. So would you think that the majority of women who watch Bachelorette are younger than 45 or older than 45?
Oh, younger.
Incorrect. Older than 45.
What?
In fact, 26% of the women who watch Bachelorette are older than 65.
What?
Now, when it comes to the men who watch Bachelorette, would you say that they are over 45 or under 45?
Well, now I'm going to say, that's a trick question.
Is it though?
I'm going to say younger than 45.
Correct. Yes, you're
Okay.
right. Yeah, under the age of 45. So a lot of young dudes watching Bachelorette with their older girlfriends.
Yes, we are. I mean, no, I'm not saying. My wife is younger than me. And I do not have a girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
Just for the record.
So talk me through this Shawn Mendes, Justin Bieber collaboration, because this was rumored a long time ago when there was a bunch of pictures of them leaving a recording studio.
Yeah.
And everybody had just assumed that it was happening. But it took a really long time because those rumors happened like I think that was like the summer when they were seen together in a studio.
I think part of it has to do, and this is just speculation.
Yeah.
The timeline of, Shawn Mendes releasing Wonder and then his Netflix special and everything else ramping up to this. So I wonder if this is all part of that. Oh, and the album.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because maybe it feels like it was a long time because I had assumed that it was a Bieber thing featuring
Shawn Mendes.
Right. And then we went through we've gone through a Bieber cycle. Like Bieber started his cycle before Shawn Mendes did.
But the thing is, Bieber is also currently working on a new album.
No, I know.
Right?
I know. But he's been releasing tracks and I was like, where's the Shawn Mendes one, man? It's got to be better than that. So what do you know from it? Anything?
Only that it's called Monster. It drops on Friday.
Yeah.
This is the teaser that was released yesterday.
Is it an actual? Okay, hold on here. Yeah, great tease, guys. Way to get me interested.
I like it. Prior to this year,
why release that? Why send that out into the world?
That's not a teaser.
No.
A teaser is when you release a clip of the actual song.
Don't send that out in the world.
I know somebody who heard the song.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
It's not an up-tempo track.
Oh, for God's sake. Okay. But does it turn into one? Like, you know how Wonder starts off real slow and pretty and then it has that epic end?
It is
not that?
Similar to Wonder, but I don't think it has the epic build-up and explosion.
Okay. I gotcha. So it's just like a sad song, I imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I know. It's on the kind of same vibe as Wonder.
What was their reaction?
Holy.
When you said, obviously they said, I heard the new Shawn Mendes, Justin Bieber, and you said, what'd you think? What was their face like?
Somewhat disappointed that it wasn't like an up-tempo kind of track that we would like to hear Shawn Mendes and Justin Bieber.
They're in love. They're in love song mode, these two, though. You know what I mean?
I know.
They're everything's introspective and love, and they'll.
But here's the thing. They'll
Well,
come
there's nothing
around,
wrong
for
with
sure.
that. There's
Not
nothing
at all.
wrong with that.
But here's
I
the
like
thing.
that stuff.
I really like Wonder from Shawn Mendes.
Love
I
it.
really
It's a
like
great
Holy
song.
from
Yeah.
Bieber. And I like the other one, the Lonely song. Like, I like those songs.
Yeah.
But I was just kind of hoping that these two worlds finally colliding would give us something up-tempo.
I know. It's just when you get two young guys who, Bieber, who's, very vocal about going through hell and then coming out on the other side, and he's a new man, and he's in love, and he's a husband, and he's married, and then you put the pandemic on top of that, and then you got Sean and Camila Cabello and that whole thing, and nobody's writing a dance track right now. Like nobody's writing a dance track right now.
Do you remember a month and a half or 2 months ago, there's that video footage of Timberland in a room with Justin Bieber at the piano, and then Justin Timberlake walks into the room. I'm hoping if those guys all got together for a track, it is going to be like an up-tempo banger.
Yeah. I don't even know if Timberlake has one in him anymore. He's got that whole thing going on too. Why not? But why not capitalize on everybody wants the slow songs, right? Like you got to capitalize on that. Like if that's what's selling right now, if that's what people want to hear right now, why is Justin Timberlake going to come out and be like, "Hey guys, I got a Troll 4 song." you know what I mean? Like, no, man, he's going to capitalize on that. He's going to want to make you cry and break your heart. That's what pop is.
The new track is called Monster from Shawn Mendes and Justin Bieber, and we will get it on Friday.
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
28 years ago today, The Bodyguard was released.
Yeah.
Remember that movie?
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Moms everywhere.
That's true.
Remember that movie? Are you kidding?
Which also gave us this classic Whitney track.
Iconic.
And you can't talk about I Will Always Love You without talking about two things. One, the fact that Dolly Parton wrote this, and it's a crushing song, and Whitney just slayed it.
Yeah.
But we also cannot forget Alicia Bernard's place in I Will Always Love You history. Alicia Bernard was 10 years old when she released this video in 2011 from her home in England, where she was a kid sitting in front of her computer trying to hit them notes.
Jeez, girl. Yeah, start at a lower octave. Here we go. It's okay. Try again. Nope. She almost had it.
She is now, by the way, 20 years old now, and she's a market researcher.
Not a singer?
Told. No, she's not. She's not a singer. I love that kid so much. That was one of my favorite videos ever that went viral. Was that girl just getting so mad at herself because she couldn't hit the hardest note known to man? You know what I mean? Don't be so hard on yourself.
You're 10 years old.
You're 10. You're 10. Dr. Anthony Fauci says Canada is not looking too good.
Well, guess what? U.S. ain't looking too good either. What's your problem?
He says everywhere's not looking too good. Dr. Anthony Fauci says the European Union, if you look at the number of new infections, it's out of sight. The United States is out of sight. Canada, which was supposedly doing so well, is also getting into trouble. There's a lot of community spread. Fauci goes on to say that the virus is primarily spread here at the household level among smaller groups of people who may not even know they're infected, something to be vigilant about as the holidays and colder months approach, says Dr. Anthony Fauci.
What am I going to do now with all these storage party invites I'm getting?
I don't know. You going to go party in a storage locker?
The invite's there.
Patrick Dempsey on Ellen talking about his return to Grey's Anatomy and the shocker last week.
We got together. I reached out to Ellen, and Ellen and I got together in July, and we were like, what can we do to get people to wear masks? How can we make an impact here? And we just, we hadn't spoken in quite some time, so we were playing catch up. And she goes, what do you think about coming back onto the show? Here's our idea of what we want to do for season 17. And I was like, what a great opportunity for people, and how great it would be for the fans, really, to see everybody reunited in this sort of bizarre way. And to the credit of the writers, and Krista came up with this concept where I would come and visit her in her COVID dream. And no one knew until I showed up on set that day. And then we were really concerned that someone would take a picture and it would get out somehow. But we managed to keep it a secret.
See, here's the thing, though. Okay, but first of all, is this the question was, after we all watched that last week, is this a one and done or no?
And then how many more episodes will you be in?
That's a good question. I'm not sure how many. I know I'm throughout the season.
Now, the piece of news that was in that clip was at the end of the episode when Meredith collapsed, they found her in a parking lot. And she had collapsed, and then it sort of goes into her vision where she's on the beach, and then she sees McDreamy. But you didn't know, they didn't say what happened to her. And if you listen to that clip, he says in her COVID dream. So he just said in that clip that what is actually wrong with Meredith is that she does, in fact, have COVID. So
I starts dreaming about him.
So there you go. So is she going to be in like an ICU coma for part of this? I don't know. Like, what
is
are they
going to play out throughout the season?
I don't know. I don't know.
Dream sequence?
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. Man.
You never watched Sopranos, but there was one particular season of Sopranos. I think maybe season 4, where Tony was in a coma, and pretty much the entire season went between what was happening, like real life, air quotes, and what was happening in his mind, like a dream kind of sequence of things that was going on in his mind. So I wonder if Grace is going to do something similar.
Interesting. Maury?
Do you get paid the same amount if you're in a coma and you don't have any lines?
Yes, absolutely you do. It's her show.
I'm just asking.
No, no. First of all, no.
So, yeah.
I mean, if you're like, if you're a day part where you walk on set and they're like, you have no lines, but we need you to lie in this hospital bed beside the main star, then you don't get paid, a ton because you're not speaking. But Ellen Pompeo gets, I don't know, whatever she gets, $30 million.
Whether she's speaking or not.
The story yesterday with HBO Max developing the Matt Reeves Batman television series.
Yeah.
And I was really interested in this because Terrence Winter was brought on to write it. And Terrence Winter was one of the writers behind some of the Sopranos best episodes. And he also did Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah.
And so I was really interested in this new Batman series as a sort of weekly, dirty, underground crime kind of cop procedural, right?
Yeah. Which I thought, remember that show Gotham?
Yeah.
I thought that Gotham was going to kind of be like that, but it never ended up being it.
So here, it didn't.
Way.
But here's the way that it's looking is that Terrence Winter, who's an incredible writer, left the show for creative differences.
Really?
Yeah, and what the speculation is that he wanted it to be more sort of grounded in reality and raw. And Warner Brothers and HBO sort of wanted it to be a little bit more campy, almost like that other Gotham TV show that was on the air. So I don't know I don't know. I have no other information. I've just started watching YouTube videos on this yesterday, but there's a lot of nerds today that are very upset because they thought they were going to be getting like Boardwalk Empire kind of thing.
Something gritty.
But with Batman.
Yeah.
And it's not looking like that's the way that's gonna pan out. Elon Musk has become the third richest person in the world after Tesla popped up on the S&P 500 index yesterday. His personal wealth grew by $15 billion in a day.
Not bad.
Putting him at number 3 ahead of Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, wow.
So Elon Musk now worth an estimated $117.5 billion. So Twitter introduced fleets.
Oh, yeah?
These are tweets.
Wait, you say fleet or fleek?
Fleet.
Oh. Fleets on fleek.
These are tweets that will disappear in 24 hours.
Oh, like stories?
I guess. I don't know.
You sound so hype about it.
I don't know, man. The rollout began yesterday on certain accounts. Do you have it? I don't even know if I have it or not. They're going to be widely available soon, they said. Fleets cannot be liked, they cannot be retweeted, they cannot be shared, or they cannot be commented on. But of course, you can still screen grab them.
Yeah.
And
I can't reply to somebody's fleet?
You cannot.
Even if that fleet is mad fleek?
No, you cannot.
No, I don't have the feature yet.
And I know what everybody says, why do fleets and all we want is an edit button? I'm against the edit button. And I may be one of the only people who's against the edit button.
For the longest time.
Yeah.
You were all about the edit button.
No, I was not.
Yes, you always... No, sorry. You had always said that people had only ever requested edit
right,
button.
Yes. I am against an edit button. An edit button is the only thing that you have on social media that is documentation of permanent record, because what winds up happening if you give an edit button is that somebody's going to say something really terrible, and then they're going to go back and they're going to edit that tweet, and then somebody's going to go, hey, that's not what you said. I have a screen grab of your original tweet. And they're going to go, that's not my original tweet, and it's going to become this whole thing.
Yeah, no, I don't have it on my Twitter
unless the edits are archived, where you can see that something has been edited. So if something is edited, it would then say edited.
Like on Instagram, when you edit a caption, it says edited.
Exactly.
But there's no way to track what it was edited from.
Right.
Which I believe.
Yeah, exactly. It's tough, though.
Yeah.
So anyway, no, Mocha, you cannot retweet a fleet no matter how fleek that fleet is. Did I get that right?
Fleek. Yeah. It's definitely not on fleek.
Heinz says it will start making ketchup again in Canada. The company pulled out of Leamington, Ontario back in 2014. As you know, the U.S. conglomerate Kraft Heinz Company announced in a news release yesterday that starting next summer, it will produce 45 million kilograms of ketchup every year. The ketchup will be bound for consumption in Canada and will create about 30 jobs at the Mount Royal facility. To me, that is an immense amount of pressure for 30 people.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? Like, okay, you're in the...
Well, when French's took over and Heinz, their sales dip, but crazy.
What I'm saying is that this is an incredible amount of pressure for 30 people.
Thank you.
You're there. It's your first day at work. It's you and 29 others.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, congratulations, Heinz, back in Canada. We're manufacturing again, Canadian ketchup.
Yeah.
Good job. Your goal, all 30 of you, is to produce 45 million bottles this year.
Bring us back to number one.
That is a lot of pressure for 30 people. 45 million bottles of ketchup.
I know.
That's a lot of pressure for 30 people. I wouldn't take that job.
I guess they'll relish in the moment.
They will. It's a lot of pressure. That's too much. You cannot ask 30 people to do 45 million bottles of ketchup. People need to sleep.
You slip up once.
Yes.
Just one time.
Yes.
And you're screwed.
That's 30 people should not be responsible for 45 million of anything.
It's going to take a long time to catch up.
You can't. Stop it, both of you, with the puns. My God. I'm going to just sit here and relish in Maury's joke.
That's a good one, bro.
Maury was so disappointed when I didn't react to it. You should saw the look on his face. But what do you want me to do when you say that? What do you want me to do? You want me to stop talking and then just talk about your joke? I don't understand what you want from me.
Yeah, Maury, come on.
Could you come in? I give you the moment.
No, but I give you the moment. There's nothing worse than being a comedian and telling a joke, and then you look at your audience.
I didn't find it funny.
And you've used that joke. Anytime we talk about ketchup, you always say...
There are only so many condiment jokes.
You always say the relish joke.
I know.
Always. As soon as you walked in here, I knew, in my mind, you were going to make a comment about relish.
No, I don't mean to upset you, man.
But it's just tough as a comedian.
Stop it with that. Anyway, I don't even know where we were.
You got to get, catch up on things.
I got to what?
You got to catch up on the news.
You said you got to get catch up on things.
Yeah, fail.
You really? Ariana Grande, Jennifer Hudson will be in Mariah Carey's Apple TV Plus Christmas special.
Okay.
This thing's great.
You watch it?
I'm going to watch it. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So, because I thought that it was just going to like a singing special.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not. There's an actual plot.
Oh, wait, it's like a movie?
I don't know what it is, but it says this. I'll give you the description of it. Faced with a holiday cheer crisis, the North Pole knows there is only one person who can save the day. Santa's greatest friend, Mariah Carey.
Oh, okay. So it's like a little adventure.
So Ariana Grande, Jennifer Hudson, Tiffany Haddish is in it, Billy Eichner's in it, Snoop is in it, Jermaine Dupri is in it, Misty Copeland is in it, debuts December 4th. So I'm actually kind of excited for that. Right. Will Matthew McConaughey, the headlines yesterday was, first of all, Matthew McConaughey has promoted this book like nobody's ever promoted a book before.
Yeah.
This guy's just not
Green
stopped.
Lights, by the way, is the name of the book. And it's good. It's really good.
Matthew McConaughey, the headlines yesterday was that he was considering a run to become the governor of Texas. And last night he was on Stephen Colbert and had this to say.
Is it true? I heard you say that you might consider running for governor in Texas. Mr. McConaughey, will you run for governor of Texas? It's a simple answer, yes or hell yes. Which one is it?
I have no plans to do that right now. As I said, that would be up to a lot of other people.
That is such a political answer.
No,
That's the political answer. I have no plans at this point. Obviously, I have to discuss with my family and my spiritual advisor.
Well, all that would be true as well. But check this out. Look, right now, no. I don't get politics. Politics seems to be a broken business. Politics needs to redefine its purpose. And so as I move forward in life, and yes, am I going to consider leadership roles where I can be most useful? I'd love to. I'm doing that regardless. So that's where I sit right now. That came out. I actually just read that headline actually about an hour ago.
Me too.
Didn't even know that it came
Literally
out that
right
way.
before I came down here, I saw that headline.
I've been asked that question about if I was interested in running for governor quite a bit. Lately.
Okay.
And I've always kind of given the same answer, but evidently one of them came out as I would consider it since I didn't say absolutely no.
So the answer's no.
Well, I don't know. Who knows?
No, not right now.
Roz and Mocha Q&A.
Hi, Aaron. It's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. What is your question
Thank you.
today?
Okay, so my question is, if you had to choose an animal to help you win a fight, what animal would you choose?
What am I fighting?
Another person.
Another person.
Oh, who would you choose, or what would you choose, Aaron?
I think I would pick like a bigger animal, maybe something with antlers. So I think maybe a moose.
Okay, question for you. You. So when you say which animal would you choose to help you win a fight? Now, is there a chance that animal is going to turn on me, or does that animal know it's my partner?
No, that animal is loyal to you.
Okay, cobra.
Yeah.
Really, a cobra?
100%.
Why?
One, because most people are afraid of snakes.
Mm-hmm.
And two, if that thing isn't going to attack me, I would hold on to it. And as soon as anything came near me, cobra would bite it, and that guy's blood would congeal within minutes, and he would die.
Mm.
And also, I would just let it on the ground and just I would stand behind it, and I'd
Just
just
let
be
it do
like,
its
and I'd be
thing.
like, "Come at me, bro."
See,
and
I would pick something that flies.
No, not me, cobra, because you're dead. You're dead instantly.
If it flies?
No,
Oh, no,
if it's yeah.
When have you ever seen a flying cobra?
Yeah.
No,
Like you're
like
dead.
a hawk, something that can fly, so that the person's swatting around and
Sure, but then you have to then beat him up.
You're the one
so
responsible.
you have to go in and try
Can
and
he peck at his face?
Sure, of course he could, but
that's more of a distraction.
Yeah.
See, my other answer is going to be something that burrows, but then he would just not help.
Burrows? Like what?
Like hides
like
its
a
head in the
tick? You're going to
sand.
give the man Lyme's disease?
And wait years and years. I told you one day I was going to get you. See, I would go for like the obvious, like a big animal, like an elephant or like a silverback gorilla that could like stomp.
Good one.
Or just
nobody's coming near you if you show up to a fight with a gorilla.
Right?
Ooh, elephant.
Yeah, but they're
I
not
just
violent.
said elephant.
They're not
did you?
like
I did.
Oh, shit.
yeah.
Man.
Elephants are I guess you could say elephant, and because they would just like hit it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say that too for sure. So, and what about I guess you could do like a lion, If,
Lion
if it's your
will rip you
friend, if
apart.
it's your friend and it's not going to hurt you, you could just be like, go get that guy, and then he would just eat his throat out in a second.
Yeah.
Right?
So we're not. So we're taking leeches off the table then.
Yeah, I don't think.
You just throw leeches at them.
Yeah, you could. They'd be grossed out though. That'd be gross. If I got in a fight with somebody and they started throwing leech, like they had pockets full of leeches and started rubbing them on my face.
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, I'm not messing with you no more.
Leech man.
I'd be like, yeah, you win. Okay, you win. Interesting though.
Yeah. Thanks, Aaron.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
You too.
Ben has a question that I'm pretty sure we've answered in the past.
Times, yeah.
When you eat cereal, do you put milk and then cereal, or cereal and then milk?
I don't eat cereal, but when I did eat cereal, it was always cereal then milk.
Maybe you should start eating cereal again. There's a lot of new ones. Maybe you're missing out.
Don't like it. I don't even
Have
like.
you had Life?
Yeah. Have I had more? Life has been around since like I don't
30s
even know.
or 40s?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the best.
Like Life cereal. Like you just mentioned the first cereal. You said there's a lot of new cereals. Have you had Life cereal?
Yeah.
That's like the first cereal. It went like porridge and then Life.
Plus, mini wheats now have cream in the center.
Oh, that sounds disgusting to
Yeah,
me.
that sounds so
That
gross.
sounds so
My dad
gross.
used to eat is mini wheat? No, mini wheat. What was the other one?
Shredded
Weetabix.
wheat? Weetabix?
Shredded wheat? Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the one that was like a brick?
Shredded wheat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that. Oh,
yeah.
I hated that one.
That's
My dad used to make me eat that when I was a kid all the time.
It's too much milk. I
It
can't.
was-
It's
that
dry.
one,
It becomes dry.
It was like
fast.
cardboard.
No,
Yeah.
Right?
It's not good.
Yeah,
you know,
I hated that
I've
one.
never. There's so many cereals that I've never tried because I was never into cereal.
like Cocoa Puffs.
Never had them.
Really?
Oh, really?
No,
Oh.
never.
What about
never.
Chocula?
Never had it. Never had Lucky Charms. I've never tried.
I didn't like Lucky Charms because the marshmallow was. I found it too chalky.
I'll tell you right now the cereals that I have tried, just so I don't have to go through and name all
Fair.
the ones that I
Yeah,
have not
that
tried.
makes sense.
Okay, so here's the cereals that I
So Life.
like, and I don't mean reaching into a thing and just eating a couple of them. I mean
No,
an
no, like,
actual bowl of
yes.
cereal with everything else.
Oh wait, pause before you say that.
Yes.
Just to answer Ben's question, we're all in agreement in this room. It goes cereal first and then milk.
Well, there's a scientific reason as to why
Just
that is
yes
the
or
right
no,
answer.
man.
No,
Yes.
yes, but
Okay.
the reason is
Go
because
ahead,
if you
Ross.
put milk first, then you really don't know how much cereal to pour.
Okay, fair enough. Very scientific. I have had Rice Krispies.
Yep. Love.
I have had Frosted Flakes.
Love. Yeah.
I have had Sugar Pops.
Is it Sugar Puffs?
No, Pops.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had those ones.
Sugar Pops are
Those
my
are the
favorite
orangey,
cereal.
yellowy balls?
They're little circles,
Yeah.
right? Sugar Corn Pops is what
Yeah.
they were called. You never had those?
No.
That was my favorite cereal.
Really?
Yeah. Sugar Pops, and I've had Honeycombs.
Oh, love honeycombs back in the day.
Now, those are the only cereals that I've had with milk. I've tried Fruit Loops,
Yeah.
just like dry, and I've tried Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios just dry. Because when you have a baby
Oh,
in the
yeah.
house, everybody's just eating
I used
Cheerios.
to love Honey Nut Cheerios.
But I've never had them with milk. I've only ever had those four cereals with milk. And then one time when we didn't have a lot of money, my mom bought a giant bag that was 4 feet tall called Puffs. And it was wheat puffs, and they were absolutely revolting.
Yeah,
and
sounds
I,
like it.
and I remember she wouldn't let us put sugar on them.
Oh no!
And we had to eat that whole bag before she would buy us more honeycombs.
Oh no!
And it was they were so nasty. And it came in like a bag, it wasn't a cereal box. Like it came in a big clear plastic bag with a zip tie on the top of it.
Like movie theater popcorn.
And I'm not even joking. It was 4 feet tall, and they kept it in the pantry. And you would have to go in with your bowl and scoop it out in the morning.
How long did it take you to finish a bag?
Oh, it was a year.
So
Oh my God, a year?
So by the time you get
Yeah.
to the bottom, it's stale.
That was what, like just between you and your brother, or like would your mom and dad eat it too?
just me and my brother, And then when times were better, that same pantry.
Has she apologized for this yet?
No. And then when times were better, and I don't know where they used to go and buy food, right? But when times were better, we ate a lot of chips in the house.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know where they went to get this, but my dad came home one day with a box, and the box was probably, I don't know how many cubic feet it was, but it was about 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. So
Jeez.
it was a big square box,
Yeah.
right? Cardboard box. And then he opened the top of the box, and inside that box was a clear garbage bag, like an actual garbage bag size garbage bag, and it was clear. And inside that clear garbage bag was plain chips, like just loose potato chips.
Really?
Yeah. And then that sat in the pantry, and we just used to go in with a bowl and scoop them up and then tie the bag back up and close the box
Wait, but
back
did
up.
he ever tell you where?
No, never asked. Whatever. That's like you have limitless chips in the house, right? I didn't care where it came from.
No, but what if you wanted to get it now?
I don't think you can. Have you ever seen anybody that has a box
This is
of
the first
chips?
time I've
Because
ever heard
nobody's
of it.
asked your
Yeah,
dad.
and I
where
don't
he got
know.
it from.
I don't know where. I didn't ask my dad those questions more. That's the whole thing. My dad had so many secrets. I didn't ask. I came home one day. I was at a friend's house. I came home one day. My dad was at the table. Okay, and on the table in front of him was a semi-automatic handgun that he had taken all apart and was cleaning. And I was like, Pops, is that a gun? And he goes, yeah. And I go, where'd you get it? And he goes, off somebody who shouldn't have had it. And then I was like, Okay, cool. And I just went and watched TV.
Maybe that same guy had the chips.
Like, there was things that I didn't ask, right?
That's like James Bond.
Yeah. There was things that I didn't ask, and it was the same thing. You take that gift and you don't complain, and you don't ask questions, and you don't anything else,
now if
right?
you asked your dad for life, he would have given it to you.
If I asked my dad for what?
Life cereal.
No.
You and this life cereal.
Come on, man. Yeah.
Oh, you know what Matthew does that maybe others do, but I find weird? He microwaves his cereal before he eats it. Cereal, milk, microwaves for 30 seconds.
So it's hot with hot milk?
My dad used to warm milk.
Yeah.
Just milk, not with the cereal. He would warm like a cup of milk and then pour it on top of his cereal.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I've never had a Pop-Tart either.
You ever had a Pop-Tart?
Nope. Never had a Pop-Tart.
Not even like, let's say, forget about at home, but like not even at like a friend's house?
You know they're amazing.
No, never had a Pop-Tart. I never had, what were those things called that all the other kids ate at? Never had a Lunchables. Remember those things?
Oh, yeah.
Never had Lunchables?
Is that the square thing with the cheese, and then you have the red stick, and you put the cheese on the cracker?
No. That's cheese and crackers. Those were delicious.
No, Lunchables, they have different varieties.
Oh, that's with the circle of meat.
Yeah, you can get like pepperoni with like crackers and cheese.
Did you ever eat those cheese things that Maury was talking about, where it was the little package
with the red
and
stick?
it had 4 crackers on one side and a little thing of cheese on the other side, and you tore the plastic top off, and it had a red stick, and you would take the cheese out and spread it on those salty little crackers.
Yes.
I miss those. Can you still buy those?
Yes, you can.
Can you?
Yes, you can. But there's never enough cheese to cracker ratio.
No, I know.
Yeah, no, I used to have those as a kid.
And then they sold the identical one with the little red stick, but only had peanut butter instead of cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I never had that one.
Oh, so good.
So I should get you Pop-Tarts?
But you know what, though?
So
No.
good. No, I don't want
Pop-Tarts,
Pop-Tarts.
you'll find them way too sweet.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's
I
not
just
for
wanted
me.
to have a
way
reason
too
to
sweet.
buy them.
No, it's not for me.
Why don't you just buy them just for the sake of buying them because you want them?
Yeah, but if I say at home, like if I come home with those, then I'll get in trouble. So at least I could say, oh, they're
Don't
for Roz.
use me. Listen, this is not the first time you've tried to use me as an excuse to cheat.
Grown ass man, I'm going to get in trouble. Kajiv asks, do you wash your chicken with soap?
No, I don't wash my chicken at all. You shouldn't.
Same.
No,
you
you're
should
supposed to
never
rinse
wash
it.
No, never wash a
The
chicken.
recipe cards I get, it always says to wash the
Do
chicken and then
not
pat it
throw
dry with a
Because
paper
that was
towel.
going to be my question.
No.
You're not supposed to wash
Even
chicken.
when you get a turkey for Thanksgiving, you're
You know
supposed
what,
to
though?
rinse
I
it
think
out.
my parents
Nope.
wash chicken.
No, you're not supposed to.
We never in our house.
No, because
But now that I think
people,
about it,
people
It's covered in bacteria.
No. But you know what happens to that bacteria, Maury? First of all the bacteria on there will be cooked off when you cook it properly. Okay? When you wash a chicken, when that water hits the chicken in the sink, even one drop that hits that chicken and goes flying and lands on the counter, that is more bacteria than you should ever have on your counter. And that's what happens when you wash a chicken. That's why, it used to be a thing, and I remember my mom doing it. You get the chicken, you cut it open, the tap goes on full blast, and you got the water in there, and it's like a geyser all squirting out its ass, and everything like this. That is the absolute wrong thing to do. Never wash your
Because
chicken.
my folks did that.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, would wash it, like not with soap or anything, but just give it like a rinse.
Yeah.
So you don't do any, it's out of the package into the pan.
Out of the package into the pan. Yeah.
What about at Thanksgiving? Oh, but you cut up your turkey. You don't cook it.
Even when I didn't, I don't wash I don't wash it. Now, the only time, I shouldn't say this. Okay, so here's the thing. There is a time when you do rinse poultry, and that is if you are using a high salt brine. Like if you're making a brine for your turkey that has, you basically get a cooler, like a Yeti cooler, and you put your turkey in there, and then you cover it with water, you cover it with ice, and then you put like apple cider vinegar, so much salt, like 5 cups of salt, bay leaves, peppercorns, brown sugar, everything else. So if you're brining your turkey, when you take that turkey out before you cook it, you have to rinse it. Otherwise, it's going to be a salty. It's going to be a salty disaster. But
then
that's
you take all the brine off.
What's that? No. The brine is what happens when you brine something is it affects the meat underneath the skin, and it loosens all the connectivity in between the meat, and so that's why you get really, really tender turkey. Is after you brine it.
When I cook a turkey full, I grab butter with my hand and slide it under the skin and rub it around.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that, but brining changes the meat, and and it won't dry out on you. Right, when you brine something, and when you cut it, it's like super soft and juicy, and it's really good.
We have a lot. I'm just noticing this now. We have like a lot of food questions, food related.
That's good. I'm starving right now.
On today's podcast, Dallas says here, if you had a choice between never eating food for the rest of your life.
Oh no, not that one.
And no, but hear me out.
Oh, okay.
And you would survive without it. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So, never eating food for the rest of your life, you would survive without it, or having Damn It Maury be your chef for the rest of your life. Which would you choose?
Okay, I have a question, Mocha.
Yes.
So when they say never, we have to, again, with these stupid questions, we have to put the parameters and the ground rules.
Obvi.
I'm happy to answer, but we have to do the ground rules. Okay. So when they say never eating food,
Yes.
okay, but you will survive, is that a choice to never eat food again? Is there no food available for you to eat? Or if you look at food, does it make you sick? Like you're repulsed by food and that's why you'd never eat food ever again? Like, what is the reason? How do you never eat food? Like, obviously, you would never get hungry then. So you would never get hungry. And
there wouldn't be a reason for you to eat,
but,
right?
but I eat a lot of the times when I'm not hungry. I'll just sort of like grab something and it looks good. Like if something looks good, then I'll just eat it, even if I'm not hungry. So there has to be a thing of like food is not available to you. So do you choose to live a life without food and you won't die, or have Maury be your personal chef?
So let's
given those
say
parameters.
There's no food anywhere, and the only person that could provide you with food, if you choose to eat, would be Maury.
No, but it does not say in this. It does not say here that I'm picking with.
No. Let's say this. Let's say there's no food available for anyone. Okay, so you're not eating food. Your boy's not eating food. Jenna's not. There's no more restaurants. There's no more anything. Okay, so you're choosing a life without food. Okay. A life without food. No more cooking, no more anything. Or the other life is food is available to you, meaning restaurants exist, everything else exists. However, you are only allowed to eat meals that are cooked by Maury.
Oh, man.
But do you get to pick what meal? Like, are you filling out a
who knows? Who
choice
knows?
thing?
Whatever.
Like,
Who
do you
knows? It's just
recommend what you
it
want.
doesn't matter. It's just cooked by you. This is a hard one because Maury's not the best chef. Although I will say this, Maury, I've been looking at his Instagram and his Twitter and stuff, and there's an effort being put into it. As long as they keep delivering those boxes of food,
Which,
with all
by
the
the way,
instructions.
I'm number 6 in queue to have them recharge my credit card for this Sunday's box because my credit card, it didn't go through.
Why didn't it go through?
Because I had to transfer money over it.
Oh, because you didn't go through. It's not that there was a problem with the credit card. You just haven't paid it.
That's the problem.
Okay, yeah, that is the problem.
I'm going to choose to not eat food for the
You
rest of my
are,
life.
huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not that bad.
Interesting.
How about you?
Interesting.
I would pick myself.
Yeah. Well, Maury's already in that position. Yeah, I would say this. I would choose Maury making my food.
You would?
I would choose Maury making my food, and I would give him strict instructions on how to do things, but I think that I would limit my diet to things that I could control, meaning
I would say you
would
can't have
not-
any control. Whatever Maury makes that day is what you have to eat.
Oh.
Yeah, but you know it'll just be a ton of pasta.
Yeah, no.
No, you can't place an order and say use these ingredients
can't.
and here's how you do it. No, Maury has to be responsible for making the meal.
But like I can't say to Maury, hey, I really feel like Chef Boyardee tonight, and then he would just like crack a can and serve it to me. No, like,
it has to be like, okay, what do you feel like
something-
eating? I feel like I don't know. I feel like a steak tonight.
No,
and then
okay,
Maury's then responsibility is to create a meal.
Okay, I'm with you. You and I are never eating for the rest of our lives because I'll tell you why. No, I'll tell you why, and it's based on one thing and one thing only.
What?
Maury eats too much goddamn salmon.
I was literally going to say Salmon Tuesdays.
No, yeah, he eats too much salmon, and I would be so grossed out that I couldn't do it. I would go hungry for those days.
But what about Steak Thursdays?
No, because I don't want the way that you cook a steak. I wouldn't eat it. I would be so
way too long, bro.
way too long. Yeah,
45 minutes.
No, I'd be so grossed out by all of it. You're right. Me and you, Mocha, we're just okay. We're hanging. We're hanging for the rest of our lives, getting drunk but not eating anything. Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Does the offer of making Maury a lasagna still stand throughout this winter?
I
That's a
gave
question for you,
Maury
Roz.
a piece of lasagna not that long ago because I made one. I had a craving
So
for
remind
lasagna.
everybody what's the rule?
So
again?
my rule was with lasagna is it needed to be 5 consecutive days of below zero temperatures before I would make a lasagna, because to me lasagna is a hearty winter sort of beast, right?
Really
and that's
is.
when I really, really want it the most. And so that was my rule. for making lasagna, but all last year, we never hit 5 consecutive days of below zero. We always had
2 or 1.
Yeah, and then it would go like +1 one day, and then we'd have another run of 3 days below zero, and then it would go +2 one day. Like we never had 5 consecutive days. So last year, I never.
It's like you knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, so I never made Maury any.
Farmer's Almanac.
I never made Maury any lasagna.
Do you want to place a new bet?
No, but I already made you lasagna. I already gave you a piece.
Starting now.
No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
So we're not doing that, but just out of curiosity, what's the bet?
Oh, I would say 5 consecutive days of a temperature between.
Oh, God. Yeah. No, I don't want to hear anymore.
Please.
Already wants to know why doesn't Maury's dad follow Mocha on IG?
Oh.
I didn't know he didn't.
Neither did I.
Oh, does he?
I guess he doesn't follow Mocha on Instagram.
Who does he follow?
Matthew, me, you.
Does he follow me? But he doesn't follow Mocha?
Oh, let me see this.
That's really like.
What is his IG again?
Damn it, Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, there was one picture and he cropped out my new mom.
That's right. That's right.
What is it? Damn it.
DAMIT.
Oh, here it is. Damn it, Matthew. Roz, damn it, Maury. Your two brothers. America's Got Talent.
It's his favorite show.
Yeah.
Your dog, Andy.
Oh, he follows the dog, huh?
And the scene card.
Really?
Yeah. The Cineplex scene card. That's who else he follows. That's okay.
But you know, he checks, like, he doesn't post things, but I see that he checks stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he likes stuff and this kind of thing?
He likes things. Yeah, he'll like things or whatever. Like, I guess just at lunch or whatever, he'll scroll around.
Yeah.
Really, huh?
I just wants to see what scene card's up to.
Yeah. God, that's so interesting. So Maury just found out. So there is no reason right now, like as far as why doesn't
No idea.
Frank.
I'm not mad. I'm not hurt.
No, but why? There is no reason why. I guess you could maybe ask him, and then
I think I should.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll DM him.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
let me call him and I'll ask.
Yeah.
Lance says here, would you rather be a worried genius or a joyful simpleton?
Oh, joyful simpleton.
Worried genius.
Yeah, I'd rather be a genius.
Really? I'd
Who
rather
wants
be
to be
a
a simpleton.
I'd rather be a joyful simpleton. You could just go through life happy.
Okay,
Maybe you know something, maybe you don't.
Listen, so your choice is to either be anxiety ridden but be able to cure disease, or you want to be happy but not being able to open up a popsicle. Right?
Where's that's my life now anyway?
I mean, I don't want to have to struggle with those basic things, right? Like, no.
At Kiss925 is where you will find Ask Roz and Mocha. Feel free to ask your questions, and we'll go through them. And, of course, have one of you ask your question on the phone. This has been the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
Kiss925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.